Okay, figured what the hell. See, this thing's working for a change, so I'm gonna go with this layout here. And, whoop, no. There we go. Double check the quests. Still got one more to do here, so let's just go and get that out of the way now. Well, lousy 10 points. Oh, by the way, also need to remember, not doing this for my health, people. Yeah. The idea is to try and actually make a living at this eventually, or at least supplementing it. Of course. Dinner is a bit of General Chow's chicken. Yes, I can work chopsticks. We don't have any chopsticks. That's what I'm doing the fork. I had mixed results earlier today. There we go. There's a little spicy. Okay. And again, not to be hitting the begging too early here, but I just want to. So we could definitely use some help here because kind of found a hard way with Steph being in rehab. I'm not being paid because I am one of it's a paid caregiver, and that's paid through Medicaid. But if Medicaid is also covering the hospital, say they ain't paying me. So right now, I got half a check this week. And the longer she's in there, the longer I'm going without any pay, and that's not good. So we definitely need to get this kicking into gear here. But I'm not going to belabor the point here with that. It's not a death blow or anything, but it is, Oh, shit. That wasn't quite what I planned, but all right. Nice, they're going back to putting shields in the big ones. I could squeeze some med kits in there, it'd be great. Up here, yes. Yes, backpack is good. All right. shot at. Not so much good, but let's see, where's the miscreant? Of course. Now I suddenly lock up. Yeah, dude coming up right here, isn't he? Can we come back online in time for me to surprise him? Come on. Come on, you so thick. Well, it was going fine until the stupid connection started to go out again. Yeah, this is my perspective. With their perspective, ooh. Trying to be cute? Yeah, all right. Well, that's always good. I think it may be time to get out of here. Now, if I recall, there is. Check the map here. Yes, right up here. What's on top here? Huh. And of course not. Trying to be cute. There's only a few cases I respond to cute, and you ain't one of them. Right. Oh, come on, God. When he changes weapons, I'm back online. Okay, we're back. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, let's Okay. Whee! Yeah, looks like it's an Iron Man pod too. Anything left in here that can be useful? Yes, as a matter of fact. I'll take that. As for oh, isn't this a shame? Damn. Like a Stark Enterprises fire sale. What the hell's going on here? All right. All right. Oh, come on. This is not good. First, get that out of the way. This could get painful. All right. All right. Hold on there. Let me get out of the storm circle first. And we'll just sort of settle down here. All right. There, and where the hell am I? There we go. What the hell? There we go. Not sure what just happened here, but okay. All right.
Good evening.
Yeah, it looks like we got a War Machine bet out here too.
Yeah. The Rockstar Game Services are not working. Or at least they're not working well since the last update.
Now this one's barely working. It just locked up on me again.
Well, I got news that I kind of expected. I got high cholesterol.
Okay.
Well, not apocalyptically high. 242.
I probably could have guessed that without even looking. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We is old. It goes with the territory. Okay.
Yeah. Vitamin D deficiency and a B12. I need more B12. Yeah.
Yeah, I get the vitamin D. Oh.
Had more sun. I've had more sun in the last how long to know what to do with. Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of person that if you flip on a light, I have to run for cover.
Yeah. All right, I didn't get inside to look at what's going on here.
I think that's probably the only way I'd really enjoy Fortnite is that if I buy a skin and then use that.
Well, because the one I'm running now actually was a battle pass skin, so I can't really buy that one. But they do have. Wait there.
Take that.
Yeah. So they got the Iron Man stuff with the boot jets and the repulsors, but also a couple of War Machine bits.
Okay.
Mainly the turret is for when I lock up, this thing will shoot. So I'm not totally defenseless.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but these are fun.
Yeah, my brother Dave wanted to go see Ringo tonight.
Oh man.
Yeah. He's still got the All-Star Band.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to see the guy from Toto play Rosanna. I got stiffed on more than one occasion when I saw Ringo. He does only like a handful of songs, and then he figures, you know what, I'm not that big a deal. I'm like, no, you're Ringo.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
He is in his 80s, so
Yeah.
I mean, he had to be talked into coming back to do Now and Then.
Yeah.
By Giles Martin. It's like, no, I don't think so. Ringo, this could be the last time you're going to do this, okay? It's like, oh, right, you put it that way. Okay, I still got to hire someone. Where did he go? Where did that bozo go? Get back here, you. Hi. And I can't afford him. Damn it. Fucking A. All right. Button there. There we go. Took a while to figure out which button was which on this thing. 2 more gold and I can hire this guy and hopefully finish up a quest. Of course, it's somebody else. Where'd he go? Where's that guy?
Oh. It's kind of awkward, Iron Man swimming or War Machine swimming.
Yeah. No, it's Iron Man. It is Iron Man.
Well, yeah, he just seal up the suit and just propel himself like a torpedo.
Whoop. It's all Stark technology of it. It integrates. Yeah. Okay, and there's always somebody wants to interfere. Okay, who's being the bozo? There we go. All right. Where's the asshole?
Freaking my sister-in-law just had surgery
Gotcha.
this week too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so she's out of the hospital. She's recovering. Everybody's got their medical problems.
Yeah. My big problem now, the longer Steph is in rehab, the more I don't get paid. Because it's being covered by Medicaid, but also what pays me for being a paid caregiver. So they won't do both.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, she needs to get out as soon as possible so I can start getting a paycheck.
Well, they don't want you in these places for that long.
No, they need the bed.
Yeah. I hate being cynical, but that's the name of the game in the medical field now is turnover.
Yeah. Like that video I did, I just did about the thing. A cured customer, a cured customer is, a cured patient is a lost customer in some cases. So that's where you got these chronic shit. Come on, let me up. Let me get out of here. Shit, this is gonna be painful. That's right. Of course, I get sniped by somebody across the room. I should got that taken care of. Finish up dinner here. last video is probably the only time you only see me even close to going in drag, okay?
When I was in the improv group, they were talking about me wearing a dress. I said only if I could do the. I said only if I could do the Graham Chapman voice.
Yeah.
Hello, Mrs. Robinson.
Hello, Mrs. Premise. Hello, Mrs. Conclusion. Busy day? Oh, no, just got through putting down the cat. Was he sick? No, just knocking. No. All right. Getting there. All right, what am I doing there? Okay. All right, so now let's just grind that out of this point here. So it's, oh, wait. Because we're into this here now, and interesting. Of course, you got this Joker here. You know, this is the only version of Peely that's not partially peeled, because its healing factor keeps up on the back. Yeah, we got. This looks like a good glider. Yeah, we're just pretty much grinded at this point here, so let's give this a shot. Now, a little bit of a learning curve in doing the kind of video I did. One thing, you know, when I'm recording stuff on StreamYard, I need to remember to turn off the little badge up in the corner and the subtitle down below. And I needed it for the virtual background stuff. So. Yeah, give me one of those. Okay, I guess we'll just call it there, and I'll throw another game up. Yeah. Something totally on the pooter, I think. Yeah, I think I'll fire up Alpha Centauri here. Once it loads. Come on. Mm-hmm. Any day now. Come on. Oh, come on.
That's always like that's they still haven't online gaming is still a work in progress.
Okay, fine. I'll do it manually, you piece of shit. No, this is one a long time ago. The game's probably about at least 20 years old. Maybe 30, I don't know. But you know, Sid Meier does all the Civilization games.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I also did this one here. Is that Alpha Centauri? You got different factions left Earth as it was falling apart. And as the ships landed in different parts of, you know, the main planet, they all set up their own society type thing. And so they'll competition from the other factions, and haven't had a chance to play it in forever. I'm assuming the expansion pack is part of the package. But currently on sale on Epic Games for like $250 or $249. It was, you know, $4.99, but they dropped it a bunch. Yeah. So the versions I got are so damn old they don't run on these computers.
Therefore the Lord God sent him forth from the Garden of Eden. He drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubim, and a flaming sword which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life.
Oh, that sounds ominous.
Bible.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Data links.
Okay, where are we? No, let it go. The cursor's showing up on the other screen, but not on my main screen. What's going on? That's kind of weird. This should date it. We're still flying the shuttle. We're leaving. Fuck y'all.
Earth 2060. A small group of colonists leaves the ravages of Earth for a distant planet orbiting Alpha Centauri's primary star. Their ship, the United Nations starship Unity, carries them on their journey to a new world and a new hope for humankind. Along the way, a reactor malfunction damages the Unity, precipitating a crisis among the ship's 7 most powerful leaders. As they enter the Alpha Centauri system, the crew splits into 7 distinct factions, divided not by nationality, but by ideology and their vision for the new world. After the ship breaks apart, the 7 leaders guide their chosen crew down to the surface of planet, seeking their destiny beneath an alien sky.
Yeah, real inventive name there. We called it Planet. Yeah. Okay. I'll start here. Go with the huge map of the planet. Yeah, we'll go with library this time around. And we're going to customize the rules a bit. Let's see. Yeah, let's make it a little unpredictable there. Let's see. No. Yeah, we'll go with that. Now, a little breakdown here. Gaia's stepdaughters. These are tree-hugging hippie types. These guys think the Borg were a pretty good idea. These guys are academicians, and pure industrial type. The Spartans are, the Spartans warrior type. Bible thumping whack jobs, and they think the UN is the way to go here. So I generally go to Spartans.
Superior training and superior weaponry have, taken together, a geometric effect on overall military strength. Well-trained, well-equipped troops can stand up to many more times their lesser brethren than linear arithmetic would seem to indicate. Spartan Battle Manual.
So let's get on into it here. The thing is, I know roughly where this is because I played this game so damn much. Okay.
Nutrient resources.
All right.
Nutrient resources.
And already we got another.
Production complete.
We're going to hold him there to guard the place.
Data pod recovered.
Resources exist to be consumed.
That's good.
And consumed.
Yeah. All right, continue, and we're going to do a speeder version of that. Yeah. All right. Get a little bit of distance here.
Nutrient resources.
Of course. Gotta get the little mind worms because they, you know. Yeah, whatever.
Oh boy.
They are nasty and they can get very big.
Freaking. Yeah. I done poked the hornet's nest. I said on Facebook, I don't think Taylor Swift's a musician.
Covered.
She's really not. She's a content creator.
Yeah.
Production complete. Nutrient resources.
I was gonna do. I wrote a script for a video about her. I was gonna. Yeah. I was trying to get to the bottom of if her dad bought her record contract. He made an investment of like $150,000 into the record label,
Nutrient resources.
and there it kind of gets murky from there.
Yeah. That's not a big thing. Was Toby Keith got a hold of her? He kind of recommended her to the record label.
Well, there was no carrying her guitar on buses or you know, or suffering through not getting paid. So, yeah, she wasn't exactly playing 8 hours a night in Hamburg.
No, she wasn't playing honky tonks. Okay,
Pod recovered. Indigenous life form.
we got a place out here called the Grizzly Rose, big honky tonk type thing, but I don't think she's ever played that. Yeah,
here it is, Bob's Country Bunker.
Pod recovered.
Yeah.
The righteous need not count.
Oh, we play both kinds, country and western.
Oh God.
Oh, I know, Hank Williams.
I gotta watch the Blues Brothers again.
Yeah.
Is there a bad time ever to watch the Blues Brothers?
Oh God, no. Yeah.
We hold life
good.
a secret.
Indigenous life form.
All right.
Nutrient resources.
I gotta do. I gotta upgrade. I gotta replace my internet antivirus. Kaspersky is not doing business in America anymore. Banished by the U.S. government. I hung on to it. Said, okay, maybe they'll get an appeal and keep operating here, but no, so far no. Actually, let me look that up. See if they're
indigenous life form.
Yeah.
See if there's any update about this. Russian society shut down operations. No, nothing. No updates on that.
Nutrient resources.
Thought maybe they would go to court and file an appeal, but no.
Nutrient resources.
I'll get Bitdefender or something.
Oh, all right. It might be better forming an alliance here with this guy.
Morganites.
No, yeah.
Scientific theories are judged by the coherence they lend to.
And again, I'll do is get a speeder version. That's I'm not going to hand them over mobility right at the back. And you're going to pay for it. No. Okay. Okay, so it's kind of skinny things up there anyway, so. I'll take that. Or not. Okay, it's yours.
Bot recovered.
All right. Let's see. Should bring this guy back into repairs. Ah,
I don't need your help to get in.
howdy do.
Happy Friday. Oh.
Well, I'm getting there.
What's up, Rosetta?
Life form.
Dixon Airplanes. Stop power.
Mod recovered.
I don't like the fact that tip keeps screwing with my standard answer to that.
Hey,
That's been my standard answer a long time.
you blew up my data pod, you swine.
You're a strange, strange man, Bob.
Mm-hmm. Well, got tired of Fortnite crapping out of me, so I figured, fire up this old fossil.
Meanwhile, I was just out of it as hell today, and since I have a bunch of stuff to do for photo drives and hikes this weekend, I thought I'd just sit around and beat today and be lazy.
Okay.
Of course, my version of lazy still involves pedaling like all hell all day at elliptical under my desk. So
Yeah. Yeah, let's get back to.
I swear that the ellipticals become my favorite little stim to keep me twitchy. It gives me something to do, so I'm not sitting still.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta keep moving.
Oh God, yes. I don't think most people have any idea how hyperactive I really am.
You know, I think that would be a good place for a base. So, we'll just park that right there. Wait for the next pod to show up. Yeah. Well, you're right here.
Indigenous life form.
And we're going to build that right there. There. Now that peninsula's mine. Yeah.
There are two kinds of scientific progress.
Okay.
I did technically stream earlier, Bob, but I really wasn't in the mood to have anybody around me.
Yeah, I saw that. No.
I didn't send anybody a link. I just sat there and did beads for a while and talked.
Yeah.
Production complete. Mod recovered.
Which is a calming thing.
Whoops. Hi there.
That occurs to me. I don't even know if Rob actually knows where my channel is.
No, I don't think I do.
Well, when's that?
Indigenous life form.
I mean, I shared it with everybody long ago when we were all dealing with the crazy psycho. I mean, I don't know who I'd be referring to with that statement.
There is a bit of a list, you know.
There's more than one, apparently.
Oh yeah.
But
it's the latest thing. Yeah.
Considering we've got you here, Rob, that narrows down who I'm aiming at.
Yeah, there's about seven women out there that think it's about me.
Nutrient resources.
It's about me, isn't it?
Oh, I'm fine. Hey, Bob, mind if I make myself big here just a sec?
Go ahead.
Look behind me.
Minion and kitties.
And they stole them, didn't they?
They've been stealing my stuffed animals for days. They've got 4 of them underneath them, and they're sleeping on them.
I think their pain is you don't cuddle enough. These guys don't complain.
Hi, Panther.
Indigenous life form.
Hey, baby girl.
Okay. All right. I think I better send a rescue party to this bush.
Production.
Just wanted to show you the sweet cuties.
Kitties.
Mod recovered.
I've always been a dog person, but kitties are growing on me.
Yeah.
Production.
I don't have a good history with dogs. Plus, I'm severely allergic to them. I mean, both of my legs have been severely damaged at one point in my life from a dog mauling me when I didn't do anything. So, one of them just ran randomly into the parking lot of my apartment and attacked me while I was sitting stationary next to a car.
Finally found a monolith.
It's like, are you fucking kidding me? The other one, there's complexity behind it. The dog wasn't trying to be bad, but I also wasn't doing anything wrong to aggravate it. And then there's the long history with my mom having this psycho neighbor with his psycho dog always trying to attack everyone.
Enemy project initiated.
Here's how everyone stands here.
The only mistake my dad made in shooting that dog was aiming for the leg instead of putting it down. I'm sorry. I'm very much an animal lover, but when you have one that's constantly trying to attack children and is charging and attacking somebody on their own property, you have every right to defend.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was
Bot recovered.
right about 12 years old when the first one happened, and he actually tore off a good portion of the backside of my right thigh. I felt this long scar from just underneath my rear all the way up to the knee almost.
Mm-hmm.
The other one was a pit bull that attacked in the parking lot when I was sitting there, and it actually bit a hole through the calf muscle on my left leg.
Ouch.
That was in college. That was when I started having a really severe reaction to dogs, and they said that sometimes trauma can create an allergic reaction to things. Which would make sense because it's not the fur I'm allergic to, it's the saliva.
Indigenous life forms.
It's like, I'm good just avoiding dogs from here on out. Nothing against them, but I found actually if I'm going to deal with dogs with my allergy, wild dogs are actually less psycho than a lot of pets.
Mm-hmm.
With a wild coyote or wolf, unless they're really hungry, they're going to leave you alone.
Yeah.
They don't want to attack you.
Yeah.
Pets is anyone's guess.
We're not worth the effort. We fight back and we don't taste good. So, yeah.
Granted, though, I actually did deal with a wolf trying to sneak up on me. He was hungry one morning. It was funny because he was behind the rocks under a bush right next to us. So as I walked forward, he was suddenly right beside me.
Production complete.
Hello. Oh, okay. Honey, get back in the car.
Production complete.
Just get back in the car. Okay. Bye-bye. You know? Because you can't, there's so many things you can't do when you come face to face with a wild dog, bear, or lion, or anything like that. You cannot turn your back on the animals. You cannot let yourself be afraid, because if you give off a smell of fear, they will attack.
Yeah.
You cannot act like prey and quickly retreat. You have to look calm, be able to look them in the face without challenging them, and be able to calmly back away.
Project initiated.
And if you can't do that, guess what they're going to do to you, right?
Life forms.
It's like, I'm just going to get into the car. Once I got into the car, the wolf started growling when he realized that we were safe from him.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, okay, hun, let's go now. I don't need these photos this bad.
Improvement destroyed.
I mean, I don't know what I was thinking when I was trying to tell my husband, yeah, let's go take sunrise photos up a hike trail overlooking a
Complete.
mountain view on an area that's known to have a lot of wolves, coyotes, and bison and other stuff roaming around in it.
Indigenous life form.
That's a really great idea. Let's go down the hike trail while it's dark out with those animals, right?
Mm-hmm.
I may have been being a little brazen to try to get my photos.
Indigenous life form.
Just a little.
Just a touch. Oh, Jesus.
Indigenous life form.
I'm a little bit crazy. Yes, I am weird, Rob.
No, no
more
weirder
the
than
rest of
me.
us. Yeah.
I love my nature stuff. I'm just not always the most careful about it.
Yeah.
I'm the girl that was scaling ice-covered rock faces so I could get close to the eagles to take pictures of them the day after I was in an accident.
So was thrown back.
You know, bruise spine and butt ribs and everything else, and I'm scaling ice faces, going, "Hey, I need that picture." It's like not that fucking bad. I did it, but it's okay because I'm here and the picture's bomb ass.
We need warships, damn it. Ooh.
Yay.
And we see colony pods. Right.
Yay, yay, yay.
Indigenous life forms.
These things really get annoying after a while, you know?
Improvement destroyed. Pod recovered.
Oops.
Production complete.
These things are vicious, you know? Automate that. Okay, I'm going to try again. Get a base down here.
No.
Nope, we're staying right there.
For some reason, my extra camera is incompatible with StreamYard since they're updated. So I can't switch to my art mode on anybody else's channels now. Which is also annoying as shit. And we have to find you internet that doesn't suck like a 2-cent hooker on crack.
Okay. Parts of this map I don't fully remember, but
At your age, I'm surprised you remember anything.
it's been a while since I played this one.
Complete. Indigenous life forms.
Yeah, you weasel.
Rob, you got too used to my insults.
Indigenous life forms.
I love how it says indigenous life forms like it's a horrible thing.
Well, they only indigenous life forms, these stupid mind worms. So, yeah.
I know, I'm just saying it's funny the way they say it.
All right, I'm subscribed to your channel.
Indigenous life forms.
Yay!
Yay!
I talked to Jake this week, actually.
Complete.
What'd you say?
I talked to my buddy Jake this week, actually.
Okay.
He's doing well. He wants to start a brand new channel with me. Me, Dave Sheehan, and anybody else.
Indigenous life forms.
He asked me if I have any channels. I'm like, I'm sitting on like 4 channels. Just to pick the names. So nobody else would use them.
I don't think I could ever make myself do that.
What, sit on channels?
Have a whole bunch. It's so much work. I mean, technically, if I pulled it out of mothballs, I do actually have one that I actually basically nuked almost everything on, which was a privatized old one, which I never pushed to actually try to get followers on. I was using it to share things with family for years. But I don't even honestly remember 90% of the time how I signed into that one.
Indigenous life forms.
I'm so pathetic when it comes to remembering shit.
Jeez.
Indigenous life forms.
You swine.
Production complete.
Well, scratch that settlement.
Production.
So if the Giants lose this week, I'm not going to take my Giant hat off until they win. Of course, unless of course I'm sleeping or bathing.
Yeah.
So
many inappropriate jokes I could make, and I'm trying to be good.
Go right ahead and make them.
Penis juice on your hat. Or I could just let my kids do it for me.
Okay, I think it's time we send these guys out.
Production complete.
Let them have some fun.
Pardon me.
Production complete.
It would be nice if my camera would actually work with StreamYard and I could actually show the beating and stuff while I talk to you guys.
Enemy project initiated.
Oy vey.
Production complete. Indigenous life form.
No.
Has anybody? Let me ask. Has anybody here? Anybody been to Seattle?
Long time ago. Why?
Not since 1977.
Oh, okay. It's probably changed a bit. So I'm trying to organize a trip for myself to Seattle, Washington.
Indigenous life form.
I've been to Seattle once and I was 30. My husband lived near Seattle for a while and then lived out on Orcas Island for a while as a kid. And we both got family up there, but I've only been there
Enemy
once.
project initiated.
If our society seems more nihilistic than that of
Yeah, I'm getting anxious. Do you remember that scene in The Simpsons where Seymour Skinner re-enlisted in the army?
Yeah.
And he says, "Well, to tell you the truth, Bart, the army's not exactly how I remember it." And the guys roll by in the tank, "Oh, Skinner!" No, the army's exactly how I remember it. Yeah. Yeah, New Haven's exactly how I remember it. I'm like, okay.
Indigenous life form.
I mean, that's not to put New Haven, Connecticut down altogether. I mean, it's a very good place if you want to be mugged, or if you want your car broken into.
Yeah.
Boy, you're painting your town in a great light.
Hey, it wasn't the fourth most dangerous city in America for nothing. And I'm not making that up. That's an FBI statistic.
Yeah. It's pretty stiff competition there, You got Newark, Chicago,
Detroit.
Yeah.
Production complete.
Okay.
People get pissed when I bring that up. Oh, how dare you? I'm like, and I'm not the one saying it.
Talk to the DOJ. They're the
Bot recovered.
Yeah, but those are probably the same people who get pissed at me when I point out raw statistics against their argument. I get those. These people who try to rural explain to me from major cities and European countries, and I start pointing out, you live in a country that's half the size of the state I grew up in,
Production
with 20 to 80 million people, or more in some of them. And meanwhile, my state didn't even have 1 million people, and we were rural as fuck with massive deserts and mountains and treacherous shit and animals. Maybe you don't fucking know shit about rural living,
Well, actually,
I don't understand their urban living either, but I understand semi-urban living. I'm stuck living in a few different cities over the years, but I don't understand living in a major city. I would rather fucking take a dental drill to the temple than live in a major city. So I'm good. But they don't need to explain to me what it's like to live in the rural areas or how to get around in them or what we could afford to do or what we could easily do with the economy. And I don't need to tell them that about cities, Just, we don't all have the same knowledge and experience. And yes, you can care about and do research on areas where you haven't been, but you can't say that you're an expert over the people who live there.
Here's something from CII, Inside Investigator. Two of Connecticut's major cities are among the worst run in the nation and are the worst run in New England, according to a recently released survey from Wallet Hub. Of the 149 rated in the survey, New Haven was ranked 126 and Hartford was rated 142. No other New England city was rated lower, with Burlington, Vermont ranked the next lowest at 97.
Enemy project initiated.
One thing I always stump people on, I said, listen, for a town of its size, there's 120,000 people here. Why do we have like big city crime, big city traffic, big city homelessness, big city poverty, and it's big city taxes, and it's not a big city? Nobody can answer that for me.
What was the population you said again?
120,000.
Is that total or just? Is that the total including metro or just the main population?
So that's in the city proper. I'm talking.
Yeah, we got suburbs bigger than that.
Yeah. I was gonna say 120,000 is actually a few thousand less than Cedar Rapids proper. Our metro's over 250,000.
Yeah. Was it long? Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So it's the same basic size range I'm living in here.
Yeah. Longmont is 98,000, and that doesn't have half the problems.
Yeah.
You're talking
Enemy project initiated.
You're talking Longmont out here?
Yeah.
Production complete.
Hey guys. The craziest friggin' thing happened to me today. I just saved someone's life today.
Oh, okay.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, someone was one of my neighbors injured, like tried to pull
Hey, Pop, can you turn that down a sec?
Let's see if I can. Hold on.
1 second, Mammoth. You're kind of cutting out and very quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, that works. Right.
Let's try talking a sec.
Yeah, like one of my neighbors, like he was a farmer and he was injured, so I was like, you know, I tried to pick him up, but I'm not the smartest. So we get my neighbor, and I try to get my parents over here, and we got him up.
There we go. That should do it.
I'm really glad that there's honestly nothing better in the world than feeling like you actually helped somebody else's life or help protect somebody else's life. Which is why I tell people to be armed, because you can protect people. I mean,
yeah.
But
I don't recall loading a speeder onto that boat. Oh.
Try to. So tomorrow, my goal is to go do a loop around some of the arboretums and islands and stuff along the Mississippi to try to get some photos. We've got a town a couple hours from here that's in the fucking middle of the Mississippi River. That's full of little nature areas. Because it's the wide part of the river where there's all the little mini islands and stuff, so you got this huge distance across. And there's this little town right in the middle of it, and it's like you drive these long bridges on each side to get into the town at all. And on one side, it's a long bridge, but reasonable. On the other side, to get to this town, you literally have to drive like inward and then down the river a while and stuff and down. It's like a couple miles along this bridge system through the river. But that couple miles is really fucking fantastic area to get photos. You know? So that's where I'll be part of tomorrow. Please don't mind me. I'm really having problems with my muscles today. Ow.
Okay, now let's go ahead and pull this into port. Here.
Indigenous life form.
Oh, the hippie queen has arrived. Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can get myself a beer. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right, fine. Either way.
Please don't mind how pathetic I'm acting here.
All right.
I am feeling like I'm gimp neck.
Production complete.
Like that.
Improvement destroyed.
Ow. Excuse me a minute.
All right.
Production complete.
We're gonna sit there with that. Let that guy heal up. I'm gonna hold him there.
Production complete. Enemy project initiated. Production complete.
At atrociously high energy
Okay.
state.
There we are. And we need
What you playing, Bob?
an old game, Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri.
Oh, that's Alpha Centauri, huh?
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
Okay. Too far away.
Let me ask you this, Bob. You ever played Crusader No Remorse?
Is to create.
Nope, can't say that I have.
That's a good one. That's from Origin.
Drone riots. Drone riots.
Oh, you little swine. Got to put down a drone riot. Yeah, I'll take that back. Thank you.
Drone riots.
There. Okay. Makes life a little easier.
Drone riots. Drone riots.
Again.
Production complete.
All right, this time we're just going to go in.
Drone riots.
All right, I am back. And tonight we have Hogarden.
Uh-huh. All right.
Oh, that goes on nice.
Request confirmation.
Are you
Remote game compromised.
I don't know. I don't know how to phrase this. Do you are you a beer drinker at all, Captain April, or not?
Not much. Yeah. Oh dear.
It's getting harder to find decent beer because there's so many. Beer is so trendy, and all the younger kids like IPAs. I'm like, they're gross. I'm like, what are you drinking this for?
Perhaps a careful review of your options.
Yeah, my brother Dino has been going through some medical issues, and he hasn't had a beer in 8 months.
Uh-huh.
So here's hoping he can start celebrating.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
All right.
Good. I was going to say that before I was.
What about you, Rosetta? Do you have a particular libation you enjoy or not?
I was just dealing with a few things.
Okay.
Yeah, I get that, sister.
Probably not. It's my muscle conditions.
Mm.
That's why I wanted a bead day. I needed a day not to stress before doing all the other stuff.
I can use a B-day.
Oh dear.
Why? You're already passed out half the time stoned.
I've been driving for 4 hours.
I'm gonna bail on
Really?
this.
That's it?
4 hours.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Did he just say 4 hours like it's impressive?
Well, it's not really, but I'm just.
I was going to say, you realize I've driven almost 1,200 miles in one day before.
Good grief.
Recently.
How many times?
I mean, kind of going back to, how small you're. I was going to plot you when station East Anglia. Why would it make to go up to Scotland? I want to see Loch Ness. And plot it. Yeah, it looks like we're the other same distance from our house here in Denver down to my grandparents' folks down in Oklahoma Panhandle. I drove that when I was 16. It's like 8-hour drive. It's like, oh, damn, this place is small.
I've always hated driving long distances. Like it's, oh God. I mean, well, the only time I ever did long distances, it was with the parents and we were going to visit relatives.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I don't mind it as long as it's a comfortable ride.
Rob,
yeah.
Rob, do you know what the drive I did in 2020 was right before the pandemic?
What was it?
I started here in Iowa. I went down through Illinois into Indiana, zigzagged and all those down to Florida.
What the hell was that?
I have no idea.
That was my ringtone.
Then I traveled, zigzagged across the South.
Okay.
Through every state I could hit, basically. All the way to meeting my husband in Vegas. To then go deal with stuff at family events in Cali. Leave him back in Vegas a few days later to zigzag through the center of the country all the way into Kansas City, which is where I was when the lockdowns started happening.
Jeez.
And then had to get myself out of there and back home over here into Iowa. It came out to be about 8,000 miles.
8,000 miles?
Now, when we were coming back from Florida, driving down to Florida was fun. From here.
Oh, I did.
I mean, that Buick Park Avenue was, it was beat to crap, but at least it was comfy inside. Yeah.
I did
the wipers didn't work, which wasn't very good down in Florida, where it rains all the damn time.
I did 22 hours on a bus for my senior year in a class on the class trip to Disney World. Here to Orlando. Oh God, that was a rough ride.
Oh,
that was just straight through.
Yeah.
Stop, change drivers. I thought it was just cool that we stopped in Richmond, Virginia, and the bus station was right outside the home of the Richmond Braves at the time, AAA affiliate. I was the only one who appreciated it.
When we did the trip where I told you I went to Seattle before, we had to be there for Christmas time with different family. And so we had to be in Seattle area the days before and meet up with his mother after. So it was really weird and roundabout, but we basically had to go from East Iowa here in a few days to Seattle by car with several stops and several things we had to do for different family along the way in multiple states. And because of the time it took for the events and stuff we were going to, we were literally for 5 days driving straight through.
Jeez.
Where one of us would be asleep in the back in a little makeshift bed I made, and the other would be driving, and we'd switch.
Next to Seattle, there might be. It was a big road trip in like 1977. I remember because we were in Seattle when the news came through that Elvis died. But,
wow, I wish I could do that.
But it's like we're up there visiting friends and my folks and stuff, and it took a few days to get out. On the way back, there was no place that had any vacancies or anything, so we pretty much drove straight back all the way from Seattle. down back.
Oh wow!
And yeah, mine.
Wow.
So
It did to drive that distance. Wasn't just all the events we had to go to along the way, which were also taxing a lot of energy, a lot of time, a lot of loading, unloading, and stuff. It was also because this was fucking Christmas driving through South Dakota, Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, Washington. Guess what kind of weather we had?
Crappy.
That was a lot of driving through blizzards. I mean,
Jesus, how did you not have a wreck?
because we know what we're doing. We grew up in the mountains in the snow.
Oh.
I mean, my husband did, even though he was technically born in one of the towns connected to LA. I mean,
yeah. Here, everybody's forgotten how to drive in snow. It's yeah. I mean, we've had such a regular snowfall that everybody's just taken leave of their senses. And you have a large Hispanic population, and they get these little little shit boxes, these little Hondas that they lower, and they go zoom, 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 zoom. They don't know how. A lot of people have never seen snow before.
Yeah.
You know what irritates me is a little Honda could be a great car in the snow if you treat it right and get the right tires.
Yeah. Well,
I drive a Honda Fit, and I use it tracking eagles in the blizzards every year.
Yeah.
But you got to know what you're doing. You got to maintain it right. You got to know how to handle the ice and stuff. And you got to get the right tires that are not too over hard, that they actually have more traction. Just like driving on dirt roads, you do not want those harder, long life tires. They have no grip. Do not ever use those on dirt or ice.
Oh, whenever they had the ice storms down in Fort Worth, they used to call down Uncle Sue. Say, "Want us to come down here and teach you how to drive?" News reports. Well, the people just spinning out. Like, people are idiots.
You know that loud noise, right?
Yeah.
I'd rather not hear it
You
again.
might want to cut that out of the stream because I don't want to get you copyright striked by Universal.
It did not come through sounding like anything but static.
It didn't sound like anything particular.
Because that is actually a licensed song.
Yeah, it came through static.
It came through as static.
I did not recognize anything musical. It sounded like you're, running a microphone over a sandwich.
Oh, for God's sake!
I'm not saying this to downplay the stuff you've done or anything, man. I'm just telling you, your stoned ass has had a sheltered life in some ways. I mean,
Unfortunately.
Why do you say unfortunately? You don't want half the experiences I've had. Trust me, you don't want half the experiences I've had. Dear God, by the time I was 10, I'd been through fire, flood, natural disasters, tornadoes, and every other fucking thing imaginable.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's.
You want to be sheltered.
Between me, Rob, and Rosetta, we're talking a combined age of about 150. Okay.
I don't think quite that old. I don't know how old you are, Rob.
I'm on the wrong side of 50. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
I have 50 and an Olympics on people.
I guess he's right then.
And I just turned 60.
Damn.
She's 40. So yeah.
Yeah.
6.
And when I learned to drive when I was in Job Corps in Montana. So I learned to drive in some crazy ass weather.
Yeah. Roads? What roads?
Oh, we had roads, but that was before they added the official speed limit on half of them.
Oh,
Why don't I get a road light?
Jury card my story by driving theory. Nighttime, 75 miles an hour. Daytime, safe and prudent. Just whatever you feel. He got like 120. It's like 120 is not safe and prudent. Okay.
No, it literally said safe on the speed limit signs, the nighttime speed limit. And look, yes, they would pull you over if you're going so fast you're flying through and you can't see animals.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, if you were 100 under, they didn't care as long as you were driving right.
Yeah.
And I asked the cops, literally, because the cops there for a long time wouldn't ticket people on speeding. In fact, they wouldn't pull people over for it. I asked them why. I said, because we didn't want the fucking speed limit. The government made us do it. And they will flat out tell you there were less accidents in Montana when there wasn't an official speed limit than when there is.
Well, they'll joke.
Because when you have an official speed limit, people go, that's the safe speed. We can push it up to so far and still be safe.
Yeah.
So no matter what the speed limit is, people will generally try to push 10 to 20 over it.
Well, like before the 55-mile speed limit, the old line was in Wyoming. It's like the town's about a 6-pack apart. After the speed, after they put it in, it's like more of a case.
And I remember when they started pushing for the interstate speed limits to go down to 55 during Obama.
Back down to 55.
He wanted all interstates to be mandated at 55.
Yeah, we did that in the 70s, asshole.
And when he started pushing it, a bunch of the states in the middle of the country, Wyoming, Montana, South Dakota, and a few others, joined together and raised their interstate speed limit to 80 and told him to go fuck himself.
Yeah, they finally got some balls that they didn't have back in the 70s against Carter.
Well,
when they did, they've never changed it since either. It's still 80 down those highways. You have to go 80 plus. You can go 90 down most of it. The cops don't even care.
Yeah. I remember
Trust me, I drive those highways a lot. They don't care.
Back when Carter knocked in at 55, I remember when a comic strip in the
you couldn't.
The guy got pulled. Yeah, I thought it was waving nostalgia. I thought it was still 75.
You couldn't do. But here's the thing, though. I mean, out in your part of the country, there is a lot more open road.
Yeah,
you could never do 85, and at least not safely in the where I am in the Northeast.
No, there's just compacted.
Well, again, when you go through the interstates are the ones that cut right through. They build it through the gaps of the mountains. They keep it as straight as possible, and you're going through places where the state's like 400 to 500 something miles across.
Yeah,
they're not too bad. The ones that are terrifying are the little 2-lane fucking highways with no shoulder that are 75 in fucking Texas. And the guys are weeding all over going 80 plus with semis. Those are the ones that are fucking scary.
One thing I found in Texas a lot, though, is you coming up and something, they'll pull over a little bit and they'll just blaze on by.
Not if you're in a car that they think is too much of a little eco car.
Well,
they'll try to shove you off the road every time you start to pass by.
Yeah. Well, granted, when I did, it was in a Mustang, but
it's like, for fuck's sakes, I'm minding my own business. Just stay on your fucking side of the road. It's not like I'm sitting there telling you, drive a car like mine. I'm driving a car that's small with eco-based because that's what I can afford with how much I have to drive for all my trips on the side, all my photography. It's not like I'm saying that this is what everyone should drive.
No, I'm hoping that when the credit agency finally catches up with the fact that my student loan is back in good standing, I can get a credit rating back up to reality, and I can get a new loan and get rid of this minivan I'm stuck with before it kills me. I think it's on its last leg.
I do not know how long my car is going to last.
Well, it's a Honda. How many miles is it?
Almost 300,000 at this point.
I'm driving a 1992 Plymouth.
No, I know Hondas have a very good life, and I've done very little work on this other than repairing when the BIM hit the door. But I've put almost 300,000 miles on this car, and a lot of that is back roads, dirt roads, and off-road kind of shit. There's a shelf life in any car.
Ridden hard and put in the barn wet. So
yeah.
So there's a shelf life to any car. This car's been through hell, and it's actually really stood up. This car has had multiple times where we're going down back roads and we hit a spot, and there's so much mud bog or machine ripped it up or other shit that you're in roads where if you slow down, your tires are in it and you're stuck. Or you're in roads where you've got gullies that you're going to fall in. And the risen parts are soft enough that if you don't gun it hard and scoot it, you're going to either go into the gullies or get stuck in the rise. And we've had multiple events like this. And times where we got out of these and we had to literally remove like hundreds of pounds of dirt from the underside of the car after because we're scraping shit, gunning it to get out.
I got it.
One of those was in the Badlands, actually, last year. Because there was all this rain, you're not supposed to get there, and the fucking desert was flooding.
I gotta say, as much as my Volvo is still dead in the water. As much as a pain in the ass it's been sometimes to get it repaired, it has never left me out stranded on the side of the road.
No,
it's broken down a couple times.
Yeah,
but it's never, unfortunately, walk out and, you turn the key. I'm like, what's this big puddle of oil doing underneath the engine? So,
the worst.
Now I got a nice shopping
stranded.
list from Carfax of Ford Fusions, 2013 onwards. Some
The
of them even
worst
still
getting stranded to me. It depends on where you are in the situation. We got my mom her car, and we knew it was used, and we had to do repairs, but it was in a place where we thought it was running fine. We were trying to get her home overnight. Now, I've talked about how dangerous those back highways are, that they use them to run from South America to the reses for trafficking both drugs and people.
Yeah.
And what these are, this is part of the whole MMIW stuff. And these are dangerous highways. And one of them is the only way to get to where my mom lives. So it's treacherous to get her home sometimes. We're just trying to get home. We had to run to the city in an emergency to get medicine for my other cat that isn't here. We're trying to get home, and we're hitting the bottom of the mountain just before her town. Big, long mountain, several miles each side mountain. And a valley with no signal. None. We get just up this road a little bit, and the lights came on, and the car quit gunning, and it would not accelerate.
Ugh.
And we got stuck in the shoulder.
Whoops.
At 10:30 at night on a busy trafficking road. The only plus we had in this is that we got just high enough up the hill that we could get the emergency signal to kick on the phones and connect us to the police. But we just sit there for an hour in the middle of all this shit.
Yeah.
And the cops wouldn't even let us get off the phone with them because this is such a dangerous area at night, especially for two women. And I was driving, and I'm taller, and I had mom's seat in her car upright. So I just pulled my hoodie on over so they couldn't see it was a female, and sat there messing around with the machete we keep in her car until the cops got there. There were people that slowed down and acted creepy towards us. And about time they saw the hoodie and the large frame and the machete, they drove past.
Yeah.
I'm good. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
But it was creepy. It was kind of freaky. And the thing is, it's also
brandishing
a
a weapon could often dissolve a certain diffuse situation.
This is also a road where everything from elk to coyotes and wolves to some bear sightings and everything else have happened right in the part where our car fucking stalled. So I'm sitting there going, this is not a good place to be sitting like this.
So plenty of animals, some human, some not so human.
Yeah, basically predator central all around.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had mom stay on the other side where people couldn't see her from the other direction. And I basically played like I was a big butch man ready to cut somebody.
Yeah. Like you're waiting to capture somebody in traffic.
Be scary enough that the worst that they're going to do is go to the top of the hill and go, there's somebody scary on this road. Can you get a cop out here? Because they were already trying to get there anyway, so they were on the phone with us. So I was okay with that. And I told the cops what I was doing. I was like, I'm just sitting here with the machete, so nobody will mess with us. The female, the switchboard, that's probably a good idea.
Also good. Let the cops on the way know that, she's got a machete. She's just doing it for show. Hopefully.
So when he finally gets there, we get one of the most res boy cops you can get, even for this area. Hair down past his ass in a braid and swaggers up to the car with the most thick res accent. How you doing? What can I do for you? Talking like he stepped out of the 60s, like res stuff. But he was so nice about everything. And we're talking to him while he gets the tow truck there and starts getting us taken care of it. He won't leave us either until they can get assistance there to make sure we're safe. So he's talking to us while we're going through that. And about time mom mentioned, my husband I lost recently was native boy. That's why her father and really? Yeah, and she was, standing soldiers. Oh, right on. I think we've got some relatives, actually. And they're talking to me about the family connection. It's like, oh, God, thank you. That's just what I needed right there. So when he was there, it was friendly. It was fine. You got the cop car with the lights on and him sitting there against the car where people coming towards us could see, just standing against it like this with his hands at hilt point right near the weapons. Watching cars as they go by until the people came to take care of us. It's like, okay, we're good. We're good. He's keeping us safe. You know, it's fine. But I told him, yeah, I was just sitting here being as scary as possible until you could get here. He said, yeah, that's probably a good idea on this road. I was laughing my ass off though, because the thick res accent nailed me. Because when I was really little, we lived in this teeny tiny little town that was a few miles outside of where Pine Ridge, Oglala, Rosebud whole area meets. I grew up so much dealing with all the native and the res accents and stuff like that. And the second I heard that accent, it's like, oh, I'm home. I'm home. Just talk to me, get me through this. I'm home. It's okay. It cracked me up though.
Let's give me flashbacks of Thunderheart.
Well, he actually did go stay on Pine Ridge for several months while they were researching the role.
Yeah.
So he actually, you do know he was honorarily actually welcomed into 3 different tribal families and given a partial membership to the tribe.
You didn't mention that, yeah.
Val Kilmer's beloved on the res. They think he's a sweetheart. He's one of us.
Yeah.
Now, there's some evidence that he's still fighting to research where he might actually be part native. And honestly, he does look it.
Yeah, I can see a little bit.
So it's like, honestly, whether he is or not, we've already claimed him. So you can't have him back.
Yeah. Remember, this is the scene where Graham Greene pulls him over. They're speaking, let me see the gun. No, we read a gun. Listen to the winds. The 58. Nail him. Now I was calling on the Washington Redskin.
I wonder if I could be inducted honorarily into the tribe. I mean, like, my name would be Chief Sitting Bullshit.
Talk shit a lot. Whereas my tribal side of the family is Laughing Water for me.
Runs with scissors.
Which is really interesting that I have Laughing Water is what I was given for tribal name stuff when I was a kid, because that's also the name of the restaurant at fucking Crazy Horse where I have so many family ties.
Leave seat up.
Could be where they got it.
That's the other name. Leave seat
Wanks
up.
Indiscriminately. Sorry.
I'm only 1 beer in, so I mean.
Yeah.
I love
I am partial to Killian's Irish Red.
I love my heritage, but people have got to have a sense of humor about it, you know?
Yeah.
There's a reason I sing and tell all the native jokes. It's like, for fuck's sakes, I love it. People complain. You remember? Do you remember the Dudley Do Right movie they made in the late 90s?
Oh yeah, with Brendan Fraser.
It got panned when George of the Jungle was loved, and the reason it got panned is because of a bunch of critics and even a bunch of audience members bitching about how racist the native jokes were. Do you know who had that in his favorite movies? My dad.
Really?
He also had in his favorite stuff F Troop. I have the whole series and I watch it every so often.
I just picked it up because of her.
I was like, we love that shit.
Yeah.
Go, Gophers. Come on. Yes, there was a lot of Indian jokes in it, but for fuck's sakes, go Gophers. The Indians were the smart ones.
Do you? All right. Let me ask, just as a test case. Do you find the name Cleveland Indians offensive?
The name, no. Some of the history to it has some sketchy shit, but the Redskins.
Chief Wahoo, that's pushing it. Yeah.
Chief Wahoo, because of the history behind it, because it really was the native version of blackface when they created it.
Yeah.
I have more issues with the Kansas City Chiefs, the Redskins, all that. I never had an issue with. Fuck that. That's
you could have. I mean, you could have just gotten rid of Chief Wahoo, put a C on, a very kind of artful C on the.
Yeah, I could have done something. Yeah.
They actually had a C on the hat in the 30s.
See, I was never opposed to. I was never opposed to mascots and cultural stuff like that for any group, but especially for us because we're such a small percentage of the population. And unless you live in certain states or around certain areas, most people, I've had people literally say, "Oh, I thought all you guys were extinct." And like,
yeah,
the fuck? There's so few people that actually realize we even exist anymore, or if we do, that we're not all just sitting around in wigwams on the reservation, smoking and going to casinos.
That not to complain to you know what a mascot is. You're trying to associate yourself with the mascot, okay?
Yeah.
It is hardly an insult.
At least when the mascots were out there more people were aware of our existence. Oh, God. This time of night, oh, God, it's Mom. Give me a moment.
All right.
I'm like, please, for the love of God, don't make the Chicago Blackhawks change their logo or name.
Good luck trying that. Yeah, but like the Washington Redskins, it's like the logo was a Blackfoot chief. The artwork was sanctioned by the Blackfoot tribe. So,
yeah. There used to be a minor league hockey team, the Springfield Indians, actually, which was actually they were they had cool uniforms, had a cool logo. I mean, it wasn't. I don't think it was anything offensive. Then again, I don't make these decisions. So.
Yeah, back out here, Arapahoe High School, their mascot was the Warriors, and rather than go, oh my God, no, the Arapahoe reservation, they talked with the local tribal. They concocted a thing, so it's an authentic Arapahoe chief head, war bonnet, and the logo. So
there's a reason why people make fun of this. I mean, oh my goodness, all the pearl clutching. I mean,
they need something to complain about.
Yeah, who was it that's
the professionally outraged are running out of causes, so they get to make them up.
Yeah. I said this years ago. Then Bill Burr actually said it around the same time. It says, when did white women co-opt the diversity movement?
Oh,
There's
sorry.
No, that's okay. But I was just saying, there's nobody who screams louder about diversity and about racism than blonde white women.
Honestly, you're not wrong.
With that Karen hairstyle.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
It's kind of an outcry. It's like like Malcolm X said, the biggest enemy to the black man right now is the white liberal. Now it's like the white liberal woman.
Yeah. Malcolm X was right for sure.
That's why they killed him.
Yeah.
Especially after he went on Hajj and found out what Islam was really about, as opposed to the Nation of Islam crap he'd been dealt with before. This is what
Oh, the 77 cap is kind of cool for the Cleveland Indians. Yeah, the Chief Wahoo wasn't on the cap until about 1957.
Yeah,
and then they changed it the 2 seasons later.
Hey, I gotta tell you guys something cool.
The Major League is still one of my favorite movies. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's the only time I'll ever root against the Yankees is when I'm watching Major League.
This guy's This guy's been fined for nose hair.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I'm interrupting.
Okay, what do you got?
Okay, this is not the first time I saved someone's life.
Okay.
So the first time I was actually in Chattanooga, this guy was an employee. I guess the other guys didn't like him, but he was helping me with my stuff to the car. And I think he was walking through like one of those crosswalks.
Okay, so
almost hit him.
Let me interrupt a sec so I can respond to the conversation we were having when Mom interrupted.
Oh, okay.
No, literally the only mascots I've ever cared about were ones with racial history. But there actually was a story that I'm going to give Rob because he was talking about this. The ultimate in white Karening natives about what should offend us.
Yeah.
There was a school on a reservation up at the border of North Dakota, South Dakota area. That was about 95% of the school property was on the res. And there's a little piece that touched just offside the res. And over 95% of the school was Native students. They titled themselves and picked for themselves the mascot, the Fighting Sioux, done up as old warriors from the tribe.
Yeah.
All right. That seems kind of cool. Okay.
Yeah, and they chose
the government decided that was racially offensive. So the government came in and said, even though we have requirements in treaty and requirements in law that we have to give you this money for the school, we're not going to give you the money we owe you unless you change the mascot and get rid of it.
Boo.
The observatory is who is being offended.
Who was offended
No, the kids were offended after they made them remove
we
it.
chose the name ourselves, Wide Eyes. What's the...
So it's like, why don't you just get over yourselves? Or as they said with the whole Land O'Lakes thing, great, you kept the land and got rid of the Indian. Yeah. We have a history of you doing this, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, hello?
Yeah.
So no, my mom called because, and I'm not going into detail on it, but I've told people for a while I have this issue with a cousin who pulled all kinds of shit on her father and people in the family. Apparently, my aunt went ballistic on her to the point where she and her father are moving away from each other because my aunt put her in her place hardcore today. So I'm sitting there going, yay! I'm sorry, I wasn't the one who got to do it. Somebody punched her inside her mouth. I'm not sorry. And that's when that thing started going off and my mom started laughing her ass off.
Yeah. Yes. Pro tip, kids, lighting is key if you're doing a live stream. Okay? No.
So basically the long story is that this, oh God, the stuff I can go into on this one off air, especially with the stalkers I have. But this little bitch I've wanted to knock fucking teeth in for a while. So the fact that she's getting put in her place and her cash cow is no longer going to be there for her makes me fucking happy as hell. And I wish I could go help him move.
Yeah.
Trust me, if he was not almost 900 miles away, I would be driving there fucking tonight to go help him move tomorrow. And I'd probably be keying the shit out of her stuff while we do it.
Yeah.
I'm not sorry.
Yeah, I think that there's a bunch up in Greeley, I think, that when they started going nuts, they formed their little extra team called the Fighting Whiteys. Okay.
See, I have no problem with that.
Yeah. Were we offended? Hell no. We thought it was great. I want a t-shirt.
All these people going, where do you see the Fighting Caucasians? How many places have Fighting Irish in their name?
Yeah.
What do they fucking think that is if not Caucasian? Fuck.
You don't get much more Caucasian than Irish.
And belligerent, drunken
Irishman.
There's no Irishman who's sitting there going, I'm so offended at that shit. No, he's sitting there going, oh, remember the night you called my wife fat? I knocked you down and shit in your hat. It's all good.
The Irish should take the piss out of themselves.
I had an email pen pal in Ireland for a long time who literally just every so often would email me Irish jokes.
Yeah.
One of my favorites he emailed me was, and he wrote this in such a serious tone for the whole message. And then it led down to this part at the end and said, and we Irish, we've gotten this damn stereotype where we're known for supposedly liking to drink and get into fights a lot. And it makes me so fucking mad. I want to go down to the pub and punch somebody.
Yeah.
Well played, right?
What Dennis Leary said, look, whiskey is from a Gaelic term for water of life. Okay. You think we got a bit of a drinking problem on the Irish side?
It's like, look, I have two sides of my family. I've got a fuck ton of native Catholics and a fuck ton of Irish Catholics on the other side. They fuck a lot and they drink a lot. Okay?
Come on around here and they take all our land.
There's children everywhere and the parents half the time are trying to get drunk. Okay? I don't deny it.
Which is partially why they got all the kids. And all the kids is why they get drunk.
Remember, kids in the backseat cause accidents, but accidents in the backseat cause kids.
Oh, yeah.
Never Decker with an unwrapped pecker. I mean, I'm not sorry.
No, you're not.
My mom loves that tick, by the way. She was laughing her ass off as I gave the phone to my husband. I'm sitting there going, Mom, you don't want to hear half the language that was going on this comedy show I went to. She's like, no, if footage gets posted of you ticking in this comedy show, I want to see it. I was like, Mom. She's like, do you know half the shit you ticked that night you were talking to Lydia and me and your niece were here? It's like, no. She's like, trust me, you didn't say much of anything better. I was like, I know I said a lot of insulting things to Lydia in my tics that night. And I know that my mom and my 17-year-old niece were rolling around laughing hysterically. So she's not wrong.
Yeah.
To be fair, I mean, my dad knew most of the people in the family were not going to watch like mobster movies or big crass action movies with him. That wasn't their style.
Yeah.
So I still have memories of being this little girl sitting on daddy's knee while he's watching rated R mobster movies where they're shooting each other and screaming the F word every other word. It was no thing to me. Fuck it. So it's like, but it wasn't a big deal to me. Like I said, I still remember being a few years old and walking into the room with grandma's horror movies always playing. And walking in when somebody was getting hooked and decapitated and slaughtered and just pointing at the TV and going, that's boring and stupid, and walking out. And I had to be about 3.5, 4 years old at this time. And I can remember her laughing behind me as I walked out of the room. They didn't really, I know I'm not a fan of corrupting children or that stuff. We should try to be decent around kids, but at the same time, kids are going to hear shit. It's just going to happen. My mom gave me all the uncensored old fairy tales and folklores and stuff when I was like 4 to 6 for the different books. And the thing she told me is, don't tell them to me. Because she has a lot more trouble with imagining things that she reads or hears than I do. I read these and I went, fascinating. I think I was about 7 when I started studying serial killers and true crime. I just went, ooh, this is fascinating. My mom went, nightmare fuel. So, but my mom didn't care. She knew I could handle it. So she went, whatever. She can have the books. She's okay with it. My mom got in trouble in school. Granny was one of the teachers at this school at this time. Mom was about 13, 14. And the novel To Hair came out. Now, if you actually know the novel to it, there's a lot of sex stuff in it. There's a chapter that starts and the orgy commenced. So this was not exactly considered an appropriate book for people under 18 to be reading. Granny basically figured Mom knows plenty about this kind of stuff already, and if she had any questions, she could come to her and she could educate her on it. She was interested in the book, and she figured she's teenage. She knows a lot of this stuff already. It's up to her if she wants to read it, but come to me with questions. My mom was sitting there in fucking recess reading Hair. And the teachers found her and had a fit. And she went, my mom teaches here and she gave me this book. And they're like, okay, we're going to go talk to her. And they went into her, stormed into her carrying the book, and I gave it to her. Give it back.
Jeez.
Like, it was done.
Like, in general, no, it's not going to the school library. But for my kid, we're going to monitor this shit. We're going with it.
Like I said, I'm more of the point that there is a point where it's over corruption of minors, and there's no reason certain things should be around kids of certain ages. But there's also ages of understanding that vary depending on people, and some people just get into studying things that help them understand. I was about the same age as that story of Mom when Granny gave me a basket full of books.
Oh boy.
And some of these were pretty normal everyday novels, but a lot of them were detective story whodunits, some of which dealing with sex traffickers, kidnappings, girls actually going through grooming and details of it and shit like that.
Boy.
I read them. I still have them. I mean, it didn't faze me. And the thing is, she knew it. She did not give any books like this to my sister, who was older than me. Everyone knew which one of us could handle it, you know? And so there's a thing where it comes to, you got to know the kid and the situation too.
Each kid's going to handle it differently.
It's also, I think, partly dependent on what has that person been through.
Yeah.
When people have been through certain things at a young age, they do take some comfort and understanding in studying different cases of those situations.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I tell people on both sides of the aisle, these things are never quite as cut and dry as they say. Yes, there's an issue with over-sexualization around children. There's an issue with ease and accessibility of children to adult streams and other stuff like that. And I have problems with that. But on the other hand, once you privatize a stream, once you market for adults, that becomes an issue between that person and their parents.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't want your kids to see that shit, watch what the fuck your kids are doing. You can't censor the world because your kids are going to be curious. Reasonable, rational center point. Mm-hmm. I've found most issues in life, the center has more logic than trying to fit the extremes.
In many ways, we are all a case-by-case basis.
I'm a freak.
Yeah, we can do general things, but everyone is a case-by-case basis. Yeah?
And I'm sure if I sat here long enough, I'd want to argue with both of you about a lot of things. In fact, I do argue with Bob about a lot of things. I also tell him to shut the fuck up a lot. I miss Steph being around. I loved it when she was helping me scream, shut the fuck up at you.
Oh, God, my back. Ow.
Is she at least getting them to give her better food?
They got the food that, they said, we're going to.
She'd ask. She should, if I don't know how long she's going to be there though. She should ask for the kosher, for the kosher food selection, because even if you're not Jewish, it's usually better.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, because it doesn't. Kosher foods cannot have all the fillers in them or all the wheat fillers and stuff in them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so they don't tend to have as many chemicals or as many high carb fillers or shit like that. So they're safer for diabetic issues or medical sensitivity issues to foods.
Yeah.
I've learned that trick myself long ago and kind of leaned on it as more medical shit happens to me.
I should probably start demanding more kosher shit myself. Is it kosher?
I don't think our lifestyles are. I mean,
no.
Why is it when I mentioned that he said kosher and I talked about lifestyles, the first thing I heard was Robin Williams talking about Dr. Ruth, a tiny little Jewish woman who talks about oral sex, but she doesn't even eat pork. Warning. He was right.
Yeah.
I wonder if it ever got back to Sam Kinison. Dr. Ruth was a sniper for the Israeli army during the War of Independence.
Dr. Ruth picking him off while I won, hiding in a ghillie suit and slinging it out.
Yeah,
I think people forget how badass a lot of these little Jewish women can be.
Yeah. I do think I take the man's penis. When was the last time you saw a man's penis, Dr. Ruth, huh? Do we have electricity? Did you suck dick on horseback, Annie Oakley? Come on. What?
Oh, I found my Sam Kinison DVD, actually.
Oh. Nothing wrong with sucking a good dick. I'm sorry. Anyway, continue.
I found it. I paid $6.99 for it at Best Buy years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Kinison has two of his comedy specials on it.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Kinison Unleashed. Approximate runtime 2 hours 54 minutes.
Yeah.
Any views or opinions expressed in this documentary collection are not necessarily those of Middle Creek Entertainment or its affiliates. I swear to God, they actually had to put the disclaimer on it.
God.
God, I miss Sam.
Oh God,
I miss Sam.
He'd be having a field day.
This whole world's back ass fuckwords. Yeah. And my personal viewpoint is, even if I don't agree with something, I'd rather it was offensive and in people's faces than pussy.
Yeah.
You're not. I always say that if you're doing comedy, you're not doing it right. If some people aren't offended.
Yeah.
How much is that doggy in the window?
I'm
really quite hungry, you see. Is that a Pomeranian or a pit bull? A real Indian delicacy. Yum, yum.
When I pissed off the sex worker that time, she was just like, "Oh my god, you just hate women." And the more I talked, and like the more pissed off she got. Did I tell you that? Did I tell you that, Rosanna? Did I tell you that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, good. I don't want to repeat it. But that someone took me aside and goes, "Man, she got pissed." But you know what that means? She was listening. So.
See, look, I went to a comedy show recently, and I was ticky as hell the night we went.
Yeah,
and
he finally shows up there. Yeah.
Hey, Iron. And yes, did the comedian take a lot of shots at my ticks and make a lot of jokes out of them? Fuck yes.
Yeah.
He was compassionate because there was a couple points where I was turning like fucking beet red because I couldn't stop ticking. And like trying to hide my face, and he'd actually came over to the edge of the stage and checked on me a couple times. But that doesn't mean that when I stopped being that embarrassed, he didn't go right back to making jokes at the tick.
No.
It's like, okay, she's okay. Let's go back to making fun of her, right?
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
If you're a good comedian, make a fucking joke.
Yeah. I always say I'm like water. I always find the lowest spot.
Yeah.
Well, in
Yeah,
sex,
not quite
what
what Bruce.
you want to find the deepest spot, not the lowest. Anyway.
Yeah. It's not quite the way Bruce Lee had it, I thought it'd be like water, but
Oh God. Yeah. Everybody's too fucking uptight. When I had the idea for Austin Powers 4, it was going to be about how Dr. Evil was back to his evil ways, and he was trying to take over the world through, and Austin was battling political correctness, and he goes, "We are going to take over the world this time through woke points." Woke points, Dr. Evil. Woke points. You're rewarded based on how. Yeah, I did. Based on how woke you are. And Austin would have this thing at the end. He goes, "Man, when we were back in the 60s, when we were making fun of everyone's differences, we weren't putting them down, man. We were celebrating because it's the differences that make us all cool, man. If everyone was just the same, how boring life would be."
That's my viewpoint. I like us being different. I'd
Hi,
rather
doggy.
sit there and argue with somebody I feel is a fucking weirdo and a freak than be around a bunch of people that are just like me and sit there and go, "This is dull."
There you go, buddy. The doggies.
Yeah.
The doggies here.
Yeah.
My brother's doggy. Hey, buddy. Hey, Pumbaa.
I can have a soft spot for doggies from a distance. I just don't want them near me because I prefer to breathe.
On a technical note, that accent was sounded more Liverpool than.
Well, yeah, I know. That's a.
Oh, they started doing Beatles stuff and everything coming down Liverpool.
Liverpool is more sing-songy. Yeah.
Oh, I just remembered. I was trying to remember here. I'm sitting here listening to you guys, and I heard in my head this guy going, "No, all we need is money, man." And I was trying to remember what movie it was from. It was Excess Baggage. It was the kidnappers.
Pumbaa, stop. Okay, Pumbaa, sit down. Come on, Pumbaa.
Because they're doing, all we need is love. No, all we need is money, man.
The Ruddles, all you need is cash.
Yeah, the turtle, no, the Ruddles. Yeah.
Hey, Pumbaa. Pumbaa, can you talk?
Just
speak. Speak. Riff.
See, you guys see what I'm working on right now? If I can actually hold it up. If I can actually balance right now, I just ticked at the wrong moment and knocked it down.
Yeah.
If I can actually hold this up here, you see what I'm working on?
Good.
There we go.
Oh, wow. Kitty.
Yeah.
Kitty. It's
like
just a lot of beads.
No, because Liverpool had a lot of Norwegian, Scandinavian fishermen something in there. So that's why they kind of got the sing song. You have to heard where, And the really hard scousing thing. That's going.
Yay! I wasn't the only person who heard the Swedish Chef in my head. What does that say?
Pumbaa, you got fish breath, buddy. I wish I had my camera on so you can see him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing kisses.
Yeah.
Hey, pop.
Like Jimmy Carr, the thing about different phrases to get into doing different, certain dialects.
Oh, fish breath. Fish
I'm
breath.
not usually good with accents. I admit that.
For a good scousing, you're kicking in a can of coke.
Yeah,
I can do the Chica accents that are done on the res pretty well, but I don't do it. I don't do it on purpose. Bob, you can attest to this. You've seen me enough.
Yeah.
When I fall into res accents, it's because I'm pissed as fuck. Where'd Rob go?
He dropped his brother, dog.
Yeah, let's give him a moment, and then I'll explain.
Yeah, wait till he gets back here. Yeah.
And to anybody who wonders why I do this all the time, they're fucking nasal inhalers. They're allergy medicine.
Oh, there he goes.
Okay, so what I was starting to say is, so when I fall into res accents, it's usually because I'm pissed off and ranting, right?
Yeah.
I can pick up all these different European accents, but that's a tick thing and not intentional.
Mm-hmm.
And I get picked on by Steamy when it happens.
Yeah, they're various English phrasings coming out. No, but Jimmy Carr thing, we like his phrase of getting into a Liverpool accent was a chicken and a can of coke. So I need a present for my clan. She's 30.
Yeah, the doggy, his big butt sat on my mouse and closed all my windows.
I get as many people into this as I can. Rob, you know the podcast "Help I Sexted My Boss," right?
Oh, no, I do not, but now I want to.
Oh God.
First thing I'm going to do is send him the timestamp of that one.
Yeah. Oh God. That's
the one that got me into them was a clip I saw a while back, and it was titled "Mom's Shoebox" or something like that.
Yeah.
And I've gotten very into watching their stuff. Oh my God, their stuff is so hilarious. It's so fucked up. And the thing is, it's a kind of redneck British guy and a very posh British guy.
Yeah, one guy's kind of working class and one's very posh. Yeah.
And so of course the show is part of their podcast is about having people write in with the most twisted, perverted, or fucked up things that have happened to them for advice. So of course when they have these stories written into them, they always have the posh guy reading them, which adds a little something to it. And in fact, you can just watch this. And I want to hear your reactions. The timestamps on it. It's about 5 minutes at the end of the show where this story happened.
Okay.
I want to know Rob's reaction to this one now. Do you know how many people I've gotten to subscribe to this channel over the last few weeks sharing this? I've watched so many of their videos at this point. It's like, oh God, this is hilarious. It's so fucked up.
Come on. Here we go. Add.
There we go.
Oh. Oh boy.
Don't need two of them. Yeah.
I love this group so much. I don't know what it says about me though.
Oh boy. Shoot. Don't. Uh-oh. Yeah, he's saying it's always the vanilla ones. I'm like, yeah, it is. It's always the people that you think are most normal that are hiding the most stuff.
Hey, up until a few years ago when I decided to start admitting it, everyone thought I was a sweet little vanilla housewife. So that kind of tracks.
Just like as you send girls to Catholic school thinking they're gonna be proper and well behaved. Nope. Nope. There's a joke, 200 girls at that school, the only virgin is out on the lawn.
I'm just waiting for his reactions. Different parts.
Pumbaa. Oh, Drunk Creepy got his plaque on YouTube.
Yay for him.
Oh boy. And subscribe.
Yeah.
I take it you hit the punchline to the end of the story.
Oh, it gets worse.
It gets worse. They got to the part where he said veiny.
Oh.
Oh no, it gets worse.
Keep going.
It gets worse.
Oh, it gets much worse.
People are disgusting. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. They are Pumbaa. Oh. Oh God. Oh jeez. Oh, it gets. Want to take a picture, Bill?
This is real time watching somebody have a reaction going, what the fuck?
Oh man. Clone a Willie.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Some
It's her mom's thing, and she did.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Mhm.
And we get a Paleo Valley meat stick ad.
Oh dear God.
Buddy.
Yeah. I thought Rob would like this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my opinion, these guys need more subs than they have.
Yeah.
They are one of the funniest things on the fucking internet to me.
Buddy. Oh God, that is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hilarious, but it's also just holy shit, you're fucked up, bitch.
Already subscribed.
The way they just say it.
Very matter of fact.
Turns out I've been getting the best orgasms in my life to a replica of my. And it's like, and he says it so calmly reading it. It's like, oh my God.
Why did you look at the shoeboxes? Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like the whole thing. How many letters? This is why, if you're gonna house sit for your parents, don't get fucking drunk in their house. You never open somebody's shoebox under the bed. Just fucking no. You never use somebody else's shit. That's just gross. And you've only yourself to blame, you fucking slut. I mean,
yeah. Yes, congratulations. You've essentially committed incest by proxy. So,
it's an impressive feat.
Yeah. Only made possible by, modern technology.
Don't get me wrong.
Oh God.
If my husband ends up on the point where he has to start making more business trips with his employment, I'm totally doing the Clone Willy shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I find that it's a brilliant way to keep people from cheating, right?
Yeah.
And to make people not as crabby. Because, Bob, you can attest you've been around me when I couldn't be near my husband. How crabby was I?
Yeah, and since you refuse to take matters into your own hands, it just gets worse. Yeah.
I'm germophobic and very straight. I can't.
So wear rubber gloves. Okay.
Ugh,
that ain't gonna do it.
And subscribe. Like that.
They're great, aren't they?
Yeah, they're just like, oh no.
There's just something though about the fact that the one who reads this most fucked up shit is always the really posh guy that you think is really chip cheerio kind of guy. Who talks like he's the fucking Duke or something, you know?
Yeah.
And then he starts telling these stories, and you're like, oh dear God. The one where they're talking at the end of it, they're going, do you remember the one a while back where the guy walked in on his roommate shagging a watermelon? And it's like, and they say it so calmly. And it's like, what? I'm sorry, what? What the fuck is wrong with people? Oh my God. What is wrong with people? Now look, people, this is a really important thing to learn. Don't fuck everything on Earth. I'm still trying to find that article of the guy who lost his penis because he tried to the snowman and it fell off. I mean, there's something really disturbing about that, you know?
There we go.
Well, that's disturbing.
Yeah, that is kind of
unsettling. This image my mom just sent me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dear.
Oh, no.
Let's see if I can get it to capture in the camera without too much glare. This perfect door knocker doesn't exist.
I can't.
Oh,
can't quite see it.
It's a cat head with a mouse hanging from its teeth. Is the knocker point. He's like, Mom, what the hell?
There we go. So a couple of cards from there.
This is the last one my mom sent me before that one. I never wish death upon anyone who wrongs me. I wish for sudden explosive diarrhea while stuck in traffic with frequent sneezes.
That's a good punishment. A fate worse than death.
Oh, yeah.
My mom randomly sends me this shit in the middle of me trying to do streams, in the middle of me having conversations with people. I'll just suddenly get pop-ups on my phone like this from Mom. It's like Mom, what the hell?
Say goodbye to those leather seats on that Jaguar.
Yellowstone. This is the stuff my mother sends me.
Where tourist season has a whole new meaning.
One sec.
A couple of card suggestions. Getting traumatized after checking out the shoebox under Mom's bed. And the horrifying realization that the mind-blowing orgasms you've been enjoying have been with a dildo molded from your father's giant schlong.
Here's one of the recent ones from my mother. It shows Godzilla smashing a building and the military fighter jet above going, hold your fire. He's destroying the building where the telemarketing calls come from.
That's good. Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. My minion. My minion. My minion.
This is one Mom sent me. It says, men of Reddit, what would you do if you found out your homie's actually gay? Top awarded comment underneath. Stop making jokes about him not having a girlfriend and start making jokes about him not having a boyfriend.
Jeez.
Yeah, that'd be about it.
I hate it when I'm talking to myself and suddenly realize I wasn't listening and I have to start all over.
I think I need a lost my connection again.
No, you're fine now.
Yeah.
You got cut off at bro. No.
My mom is the one who sent me this one. It says, when you want to do a Zoom call, but your cat just wants to start an OnlyFans, and it's a woman sitting there at her laptop trying to talk to somebody with her cat with its butt pressed up against the camera.
I was saying, I think I need a British girlfriend.
Why?
I don't know. It's just something very kind of it just seems just the accent is just a turn on.
Well,
but yeah, she might get annoying though after a while.
Well,
I'm going to put something in the group chat, and you guys just understand. I want to know the history of this image because this was found on an actual gas pump.
Okay, let's see. Where was it? Put in the group chat?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I want to know the history of this image and why they felt it was necessary.
I have seen some videos, believe it or not.
I haven't seen it. Hasn't come through yet here.
Try refreshing it.
Okay, well.
Sometimes they don't like to.
I like to think it was a one-off, but apparently enough people have actually been doing this out of the gas pumps. Like, no, don't. Don't want to know why. Don't, please.
Well, yeah, it's not. I'm not seeing it in the chat here.
Hey, Bob, put it up on screen.
Oh Lord,
it's funny anyway. Share with the group.
Why not?
Just be careful not to show the whole group chat with it.
No, I'm just gonna pull the picture up here and
let's see. Let me enlarge the thing here. Boom, boy, you go, buddy.
It's gonna take him just a sec to do it.
There we go.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Run off to the side here.
And this is another one I got from my mom a while back, by the way.
Like I said, I've seen a video or two where it's just like, what the hell are you doing? How does this ever strike somebody as something to do?
Well,
now I'm going to draw my pen to shove the gas pump and jack in front of God and everybody. What the hell happened to this country?
Rob, I think you're getting a glimpse at what it's like to deal with my mother.
And
how I got this way. I sent my mom one. Mm-hmm. First of all, I sent her one, which was the Kool-Aid man standing over the bodies at Jonestown going, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And my mom went, accurate. I sent her one that said, if you know you're about to die, swallow a bag of popcorn kernels. It'll make your cremation epic. And my mom read that one and went, that's dank but funny. I was like, just calm as could be. Like, but I'd have streams where I was at my mom's house. She'd be literally in the other room. She could hear me trying to talk to people. And my phone would be going off like every 10 seconds because she'd be sending me memes trying to break my concentration while I was on stream. Mm-hmm. It's like, Mom, what is wrong with you? Yeah. Problem is, if I actually ask her that question, she goes, well, I don't know. I mean, I kept you.
I kind of like the one thing going around. When I die, I want to arrange it so somebody runs in during the funeral wearing the same clothes I wore when I died, carrying a gun and a screwdriver and say, right, this is where it gets interesting.
I just look at it this way with what's wrong with my mother. You guys have heard enough stories, I think, of my older siblings.
Yeah.
What in the world possessed my mother to have three of them look at them and go, hey, can we intentionally have one this time?
Okay, not quite enough room. There we go.
I mean, what? And she's like, I just want to get a girl so she can play with my other daughter and they can keep each other company. It's like, well, you got a girl, but playing with the other daughter and being the girl, doing the girly stuff with her didn't work out, did it, mother?
Yeah.
Oy, oy, oy.
Yeah, frankly, they really fell apart on a screwdriver designs after a while.
Brother.
Jodie Whittaker comes out with one that looks like a fucking looks like a fucking sex toy, and then Shooty Gawa comes in, looks like a remote for a TV.
So basically, this is a glimpse into my childhood. And Rob, if you think this was bad enough, just bear in mind, my dad was a DJ whose focus and specialty was doing more like Dr. Demento kind of shit and went to school with fucking Sinbad in college. So when you hear the old routines from him back in the 80s, when he's talking about his college DJ and the crazy antics he got up to, that was my dad. My dad bless his heart, made Mom look tame sometimes. I miss him to pieces, but he was a pain in the ass. Okay, so I gave my dad. Okay, I have to show you this and tell you that I gave one to Dad too. 1 sec, I gotta get my husband.
Okay. Oh. Today's moment to clear one misconception. No, WKRP in Cincinnati was not based on the movie FM. They were both developed independently of each other.
So I got this doll, this Minion doll, for both me and my dad years ago. And my dad loved this thing. He had fun with this thing. He would rev it up and then wait and hold it out of view so when people came in the room, he could trigger it. There's a reason for that. If you trigger the eating function sensor a few times, he has a button you can press. My dad would wait for people to come through the living room door and then go. At them.
Having some.
What's
happening?
Yeah.
So my dad loved that the Minion farted. So he would use it to torture people. I love my little farting Minion, by the way. This is the girl who loves opera and classical music and stuff. Telling you, I'm still a hillbilly. Fucking deal with it. But yes, I gave one of those to my dad. And I watched him multiple times pick it up when he saw people pull into the driveway, trigger the eat function a few times, then hold it out of view and wait for them to come in the room. As they walked by his chair, he would set it off. They'd like jump back and freak out. Then he'd start laughing and pull it up into view. It's like,
Oh, brother.
I think I just revealed why I'm so fucked up, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't I just work up a video thing of the air check of when I finally got a radio, do a music show at KGNU after.
This is not going well beading tonight. I am ticking too much. I keep messing up the bead tray and having to straighten everything so I can use it.
Now, after volunteering there for about 5 years, and they finally had to change music directors because the guy was an idiot. But finally got the look. I wanted to do. Do you have an experience? Yeah, I used to do it all the time out of California, KVCR. I've been studying audio engineering since I was 5. Radio production. I think I can do it. Finally got to again, like between midnight and 3 a.m. Just about every station in the Denver Boulder area has gone automated or it's on some of the syndication thing. So like for 3 hours, I was the voice of Denver radio. It's the one thing they cannot take from me.
No wonder Denver's so fucked up.
Well, again, they stopped doing overnight DJs. They just put it on automatic.
Bob, you walked into that comment.
Hey, you see me denying it?
By the way, Rob, the constant shots at Bob are kind of common for me.
Yeah, I kind of noticed.
Yeah, and you stick around long enough, you'll be a target as well.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
If I don't give you shit, I don't like you.
Yeah. Like I'm not already.
Yes, but see, you two have something in common. Stay away from psycho bitches with red, real or fake hair. Bob, I would tell you again to quit being drawn to redheaded psychos, except for then you wouldn't be my friend anymore.
Yeah. Besides, Indy's going with a natural color, sort of a dirty blonde right now.
Yeah, look what a redhead did for Scott Summers. Jeez.
Whoa.
Got an entire civilization killed.
Oh, they're asparagus people.
Yeah.
And they weren't very nice anyway. The Debari were not nice, so they didn't really lose much when she fried that system, but just on principle.
I can be a psycho soulless ginger if I want to be. The one I love is when people go, you know how gingers have freckles, right? They're souls of their victims. It's like, I have freckles from the fucking scalp to my toes, bitches. They're light brown. They don't show well in camera, but I have freckles on every fucking inch of my body. Every inch. My husband likes trying to track the freckles on my chest. And my husband has more freckles than I do. So when they say it's like, how many souls are you saying that me and my husband killed?
Start playing Connect the Dots.
Connect the dots. Rub. I mean, sorry.
Out, or it's drawn little pictures, spelling words.
Hey, if you've got enough freckles, you can make it spell or draw anything. The sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Or a penis. Penis juice.
Oh shit! I'm checking out something here. There we go.
Now, I will say me and my mom both have an agreement. When I'm visiting her on Tiki days, I don't go with her to church.
Not advisable, no.
Don't get me wrong. She's actually got a really nice pastor who knows I have the Tourette's issues and is really understanding. He keeps telling me I don't have to hide or stay away when I'm ticking. And he knows the kind of stuff we tick because we've kind of warned him. But I don't think it'd be very respectful to be sitting there in church around all the kids saying this stuff.
No. Bad example.
But the fact that he's patient and kind and understanding, to me, is a big win. It shows that it's not a hypocritical church.
No.
You know? I've got nothing wrong with people, be them faith or not faith, as long as they're actually living what they preach. It's the people who claim to be my fellow Christians and are the most judgmental, hateful, bigoted people out there. It's like, or the ones who claim that it's Christian not to support mixed marriages and interracial stuff. It's like, have you read the Old Testament and the lineage of Jesus? Yeah. He was not some pure Jew, okay? There was a lot of different cultures mixed into him through that lineage and through the biblical stories. This isn't like he was some perfect little example of one race. No. What the hell, right? I need to work on this kitty, but I feel like crap. And part of me wants to just go to bed. You have these days where you just don't want to do crap.
I've been dealing with that a lot. That's why I haven't got this place, spit shined yet.
Get your ass in gear while your wife's not in the way.
I've made quite a bit of progress, actually, but still, like, part of my back just can't handle it.
Just up your butt. I'm not sorry. That tick is dangerous. And I'm remembering sitting in Sweet Anita's chat while she was explaining the tick that keeps getting her in trouble. She developed a tick where after she said something horrible and she'd try to start explaining to people, it's just a tick, it's just a tick. She'd start ticking. It's not a tick. This feels strangely reminiscent of that. I don't think that's a good thing. And yes, the kitty is going to be adorable when done. Look at this thing.
Kitty.
Who's a good this kitty? One's the devious one. Look at the face. There's a set of 4 of these little teacup kitties. I'm doing them all together. Once I'm finished all 4, I'm going to pull them back out. I'm going to paint the frame area and trim it perfectly smooth. So it has a perfect square around it, and the background's painted all white and elegant. Put names and titles on them, all this fun stuff. But I have 3 I've already finished. 1 is right here. And then flip over, and there's 2 more that just got finished.
Okay.
I have them. Three of the four are done, and I'm working on the fourth. That's not bad, right?
Yeah.
Now there's a few here I'm trying to decide what to do with. Because they put a little fancy trim on them, but the fancy trim I don't think is worth trying to salvage because they still have all the scripting and stuff also on the page too. And the trim I don't think is as neat and clean and pretty as the stuff I've been doing with them. So it's like, I think I'm just going to probably remove that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I might be slightly insane.
Only slightly.
Just a touch.
Slight.
Again, going with the Robin Williams thing, you know, always keep a touch of madness. You know, keep the touch, you know, so you don't get stupid. You know.
I've got a bunch of these books of the Diamond Arts, and I've got several more books that'll be done. This one is one of my favorites, and it freaks out a bunch of people when they look at it and realize all the details on it.
Groot.
Yeah. Look closely.
Yeah.
Poor Rocket.
Yeah, Rocket's head.
Riding around on a trike with Rocket's head, decapitated head as the handlebars. One of my favorite fan art ones I did. I think it's hilarious. I love it, but I've had some people freak out at it. It's like, I think it's cute. But I don't know if that says something about me or not.
So next, I start digging through my storage if I find my portfolio with all my comic book stuff in there. But yes.
Is it good?
It's been 30 years in the making.
I've been doing these for years. I've got a bunch of finished ones. I'm getting into the groove now where I'm getting a lot better at customizing them, at adding my touches, at making them really beautiful, all this stuff. Is it good that I'm starting to get all these books to put them in? Well, yeah, because storing them is a bitch. I don't have enough wall space for all of these because there's freaking ton of them, you know? But so yeah, I'm putting a beaded trim on every one I do now. And after I do the beaded trim, I'm painting over all of the edging and fixing it all perfectly squared and cutting out hardbound cardstock between them in every book to hold them perfectly straight, all that. Basically make them look as centered and perfect and pristine as possible.
Not even 9 o'clock. I should not be yawning like this.
Your wife will get these Starry Nights she wants eventually. I did not agree to it before she mailed them to me, mind you.
I know. She just does this stuff. So, yeah.
But it's staff, so I will do them eventually. But they're going at the bottom of the list because I have gifts I have to make for people for the next few holidays. Also, I'm doing the bootleg of Jasmine Beckett Griff's paintings before hers. Sorry, because I love the gothic shit. So I'm doing the gothic chibis long before I'm doing hers. I mean,
well, I think parrot head waffles are just pancakes that are ribbed for your pleasure.
Parrot head needs therapy.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Where's that one picture? Put out the request that Steph wants cat pictures.
Hey, Rob.
Yes.
What's your general feeling towards dragons?
Dragons? As in the big scaly things that breathe fire?
Fire breathing
suckers. I like dragons well enough. I mean,
Okay, so if I told you that up until this page at the back, all the other ones in this book are all dragons.
Okay.
For me to do, along with several big dragons I have to do, including one that's 110 or 120 centimeters by like 50, which is a giant stained glass dragon one with actual rhinestones, not just the cheap flatbacks.
Mhm.
Would you think I'm a little dragon obsessed?
Yeah, slightly.
I like dragons.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Throw a
And
picture.
yes, cute and serious. I will do them all. See?
Oh,
One
a
side by
Spyro.
side. You got the little Spyro knockoff here, and then you got the like tattoo painted dragon reading a book.
Oh, that's cool.
I love
Well, yeah.
dragons.
Throw a picture.
But, yeah.
Throw a picture of Bruce Lee in there for some variety.
No, but I put out a thing that Steph wants some cat pictures. This is what Parrothead sends.
Oh, brother. Oh,
Of course, yeah, because I'd respond, she's not Haitian. You know.
To be fair, their culture doesn't support that either. It's just a psychopath.
It was
we got the sickos. That's the way they do it. They up in the mental asylums and everything. Here, go to America.
One lady who was having some mental issues committed a horrible act, and all of us, and it's just the story just took off. She wasn't even Haitian.
No,
See, I don't know for sure anything about her, but even if she was, it's still not supported by their culture.
Yeah.
But it's supported by these weirdos that are there, though. I've seen pictures of a dog on a spit in the backyard, just rotate. Hell, they're paying you $1,600 a month. You can go to the goddamn supermarket. What are you doing hunting pets?
That's a psycho serial killer thing. See, I understood the history of when dogs were eaten on the res because it was an issue of starving and the only thing available because they kept other animals off the res.
Yeah.
I mean, it was horrible. It was disgusting, but I understand it. And there's a reason why it's still joked about on the res.
Yeah.
And res dogs are still very much a safety issue and it's still a real issue. And so there's points where you'll go through the res and you'll see either roaming dog packs attacking people who are just trying to get down the street or dogs literally starving to death in the ditches and shit like that. It's horrible. And so it's like it's more complicated than that in most cases, in most situations. But
dogs are holding a grudge, you know.
There was always the thing on when you watch MASH, the Koreans would eat dogs.
Same sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
But
a lot of them were starving, and
no, my dad used to do a lot of missionary trips in the church to Korea. This is back before when South Korea was still not quite as still a lot of third world conditions there. So.
I've been seeing all these jokes about this, and I sat there and I thought about joining in on all of them a second. Then I realized, in my life, I have received a lot of unmarked mystery packages of meat from family members that came from the reses. I'm not going to sit there and criticize anything because I have no idea what I've eaten.
I've had venison, which is actually was pretty good.
Venison's child's play. I've had plenty of that.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm just saying that's about as extreme as I've ever gotten.
I mean, venison is just a skinny wild cow.
Because no, it's not. It's completely different meat type. Get that shit straight.
But
anyway,
I had a boss that used. Well, I had a boss that used to hunt, and he brought in venison sausage for everybody. It was actually pretty good.
I mean, I know a few of the animals that less people would be less appealed to know you've eaten, but there's been a lot of mystery packages of meat that I've never ever tried anything else of those textures except for that package. But when you're starving and people give you food and it's the only thing you've got, guess what? You fucking eat it.
Yeah.
Don't know, don't want to know.
I don't care. I don't know, don't want to know, don't want to know.
Yeah.
So there's a part of me sitting there going, I don't think I can criticize this one as much because I can't honestly guarantee I've never eaten anything like that.
It's like you don't want a variation of the Cheech and Chong. What kind of cut out? It's Labrador, man.
But But the minute you
Well,
hear
no,
about
no,
the
no.
Sioux Nation having puppy soup now and then, oh
Yeah.
my God, what primitive natives.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But again, these conditions do not exist in Springfield.
It's like
It's
that's
not
why
a thriving metropolis, but it's not exactly, Death Valley either. Okay.
That's why I was saying when, people talk about situations, you can study things from the outside, but don't criticize it if you haven't been in it. More than just drive through it.
Yeah.
I've had this experience with the same people who try to say, well, there's nowhere in the U.S. that has third world poverty. Yes, they're fucking
Oh,
it.
the hell they're.
It's not the inner cities that they try to label as third world.
No. But
look, I grew up on the edge of what is the poorest reservation in the country, actually in the continent. I can guarantee you it's fucking third world. Running water, electricity are things unheard of to most of it. You've got multiple people living in dirt fucking sheds with no power, working multiple jobs just to try to starve. I mean, it's literally third world shit. You've got diseases spread through broke down vehicles left in ditches and rivers. And this isn't because people are trying to pollute. It's because they have nothing they can do with them. You've got people who will take in broken cars that people stole and junked just so that they have something they can cut apart to make pseudo shelters out of in winter. You can't sit there and tell people that they've never experienced third world shit just because of what country they're in.
No, LA.
Because
Is
every
really
country's
third
got
world.
it.
LA and San Francisco is more a Mad Max situation than third world.
But that's the thing is, I deal with these people from the south border or the major cities. Always go, well, there's no poverty like that here in the U.S. It's like,
yeah, there is.
Come to the res, asshole.
It's like, yes, there really, really is. And again, I'm not saying that everybody on the res is perfect or stuff, but this isn't self-inflicted. It's like these people that are running around literally blaming natives for the MMIW and claiming, oh, they don't tell you it's just because they're savages and they're doing it to each other. It's because we're not. Over 95% of the violent crimes committed against natives are committed by people from off-res who aren't native. Mm-hmm. That's raw statistic. It's fact. Does that mean there are not domestic abuse issues, sexual assault issues, everything else? Every group has them. Guess what? No group special. We all have monsters in our midst.
Yeah.
But because the federal government is playing catch and release with violent criminals, and they ruled in the 70s in the Supreme Court that a jury of natives is not a jury of your peers, and we're not allowed to try criminals that come on the res and commit crimes against us. Knock that off. There's no protection for us. And we catch these violent criminals, we send them up to the federal government, and the federal government releases them. And so because these criminals know they can get away with it, and, if you're trafficking, guess what? They get paid by rarity. Not by beauty, by rarity. Little thing most people don't know about the sex trade. Their pay level is how rare of a catch it is. In other words, really tall, really short, less common racial groups, eye color, hair color that's rare and natural. Albinos are hunted globally still.
The ultimate collectible market right there. Yeah.
They treat it like fucking collectible cards. And they will pay for all these markers of rarity. Which is why even though I can blend in most places as looking almost like a little Irish white chick, when I'm around the areas where the reses are, where I'm around the areas where these traffickers are, I get targeted and followed and stalked a lot. Because they know the features. They know what they're trying to get. And I've heard the phrases that they call me. And that's the thing. And people don't seem to get it. There is a thing here that's real. Native women are being targeted because it's profitable, because we are less than 2% of the global population. So we are rare to people who want rarity over anything else. And they don't care. Lives mean nothing to them. And because they can get away with it easier, it's easier to get there and get them and get out without anybody caring or doing anything to stop them. It's created an epidemic. And I can't even tell you the amount of times, both online and in person, I've literally heard people say that the epidemic is our fault. They literally victim blame natives for being victims of sexual or crimes or murder or other stuff.
And a good no soda.
Commonplace. And that's a scary thing for a lot of us. It really is. I know this took a serious turn. Sorry, Rob.
That's okay.
It's crazy to me because they don't get it. And genuinely, I don't think a lot of them want to get it. Boy, it's going to be fun picking up the mail Monday.
What are you expecting?
Well, besides the fact that I have 8 more books for the diamond art and all my art storage that I'm expecting, along with several giant art cases I'm going to be putting stuff in. There's also our new bed frame showing up.
Oh, okay.
For my king-size bed. Now, again, it's a metal frame. It's a really reinforced metal frame. So it's going to be in pieces we put together.
I have to well, I gotta order strings, but freaking I told you before my car never left me on the side order. I found out my car is still registered. At least until October.
Mm-hmm.
But I tried taking it apart. I thought maybe because it starts, but it stalls after like immediately. And I thought it might be the evap valve, but I tested that, and you tested by blowing into it. If it air passes through it, it means that the valve's no good, and it allows vapor to pass through it. If you can't blow into it, that means the valve is good, and it opens and closes when it needs to. But the hose leading to it is all dry rotted, so I don't know. Hose is $1.99 a foot, so I might try replacing that. I might be losing vapor through it because it's all rotted out. Of course, Volvo wants $50 for a hose because it has a part number on it.
Yeah,
I can buy 2 2-foot length of vacuum hose from AutoZone.
It's just a vacuum hose. Yeah,
for $1.99.
Yeah. If they want to be the proper street and stink, fuck that. Bent the right way.
Yeah, it's not the first time I ever had to replace a non authentic hose.
Yeah.
What the hell? For $1.99, if it can start it, if it stays running, it's worth the one last ditch effort.
Yeah.
Then again, I said it was worth one last ditch effort before. So
yeah. No,
Yeah.
I've got a shopping list at Carfax, and if I can secure that signature loan, it's like there's a few places I'm getting an Uber up to the dealership. The silver one. Here's the Visa card. If I waited this long, I want my Ford Fusion because it's the closest I'm ever going to have to an Aston Martin. I already plan on doing a video. Now pay attention, 007. This new Aston Ford Martin DB5 Fusion. And go around. There's the backup camera here, the USB port here, and whatever you do, don't push this button.
Whatever you do, see this button? Whatever you do, don't press it.
Why not?
Because it releases this section.
Right up, and the seat go whoosh,
whoosh.
And ejector seat.
Ejector seat. You're joking. I never joke about my
work. 007. We should revive What the Dub.
What the Dub? Oh god, they have actually now. They have the Steam Workshop. What the Dub? You could download new clips very easily.
Yeah,
which is actually good. I was gonna download actually. I was gonna upload some clips myself of Jackie Chan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have a.
Well, that was some fun times.
Oh yeah.
Although I still contend that one time Negro is not a naughty word. Okay, it was a technical term.
No, that word isn't because it's the actual word for black in multiple languages.
Yeah.
In Latin, mostly.
Yeah.
And a lot of languages that were originally based in it.
Yeah. That a certain someone went ballistic and I can't have that. It's like Negro? Come on, they call themselves. Yeah. You can still say it on network television for God's sakes.
I was
in the trailer for First Bad Boy. Don't be alarmed, we're Negroes. You know.
And they said it on Happy Days once.
Yeah.
Now, do I think some people use it in a way that absolutely showcases that they're racist? Yeah.
No.
That doesn't make the word itself bad. That's like this whole movement against retardation. And yes, I said that softly so it wouldn't pick up as well. The word is a scientific term for holding back and suppressing things and slowing them.
Yeah, when you're adjusting the timing on your card, you advance it or you retard it. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, it's in the manual. Look it up.
It's okay to acknowledge that the word. If we get rid of every word that people try to turn into a slur, we're going to get rid of every word because people are assholes. Guess what? Moron, stupid, idiot, all started as scientific medical terms.
Yep.
They were not negative terms. In fact, they were not even looked down on when they were originated. They started as terms to describe certain forms of mental and medical conditions. That's all. Look at this whole stupid thing with rephrasing manic depressive into bipolar. Guess which one's actually more descriptive and accurate? Manic depressive.
Yeah.
Bipolar has left more people confused that they don't understand it as well. It's like, because it's not as accurate. Because the term was good. It made sense. It's okay.
It's one of those cases where George Carlin kind of we went, from shell shock to,
Well, the problem with that is we didn't just go from shell shock to PTSD. They combined over 70 different forms of trauma-based conditions into PTSD. And so now everyone thinks it's just shell shock. And so everyone acts like you don't have PTSD unless you were in the military.
Yeah. No.
That's not the fucking way it works.
Now, if I were to dig far enough, I'd probably figure I might have some lingering 5 years on the freaking streets. I had to have done something because I still deal with shit.
So it's like, that's not how things work. It's not how they'll ever work. And the thing is, we're really hindering ourselves by getting so offended over words and so butthurt over stupid bullshit.
Yeah.
All the stuff I've been through.
Yeah.
And when I talk about the people that's targeted me, I talk about the people that have assaulted me. Do you know what one of the things that pretty much all of them seem to have in common was one fucking phrase. And this is how I know they knew exactly what I was. What they all fucking called me, which I will put in private because it will actually offend people.
Yeah.
You can't really get around them knowing what I am when they call me that.
Nope. No, that's like they kind of got your number on that one.
I mean, yeah, but it's not a term that I relish.
That's targeted, yeah.
So yeah, it's like, you know what? Guess what? I'm still not going to sit here and get offended at every fucking word because I know that they only have the power we give them.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sitting here trying to organize my books more. I've got to finish getting all the ones I have all over this house that people have sent me and that are from my old storage organized into these fucking books. And yeah, that I don't like that term for obvious reasons. But am I going to sit here and cry? No. Have I had people call me worse just on the internet trying to throw slurs around at me because I'm too white to be native and how dare I talk about being native? Yeah. You've seen some of them.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't fucking care. And for some reason, they get really offended if I say things like lick my albino taint. I don't know why.
So people pay good money for that.
Yeah, I mean, we're rare. Some people, that's what they want. Rare.
$500 an hour in New York. Come on.
Lick it, bitch.
Yeah. Oh.
Of course, the one that seems to offend people the most is "Lick me while I bleed."
Ew. No,
I've never said I'm nice. I've never said I'm nice.
There are better ways to get your Red Wings, okay?
I do actually know a guy who had the girl start on him while he was doing that. That's when it decided to kick in for her.
No.
Yeah.
No.
He was traumatized. He showed it. He was very traumatized.
I don't think I'd be traumatized. As soon as you were sure, no, I didn't bite anything. No, I didn't. This is okay.
That definitely wasn't in his plans for his diet that night. I mean,
no, a little extra iron, yeah.
Not so little. That's really potent blood that it expels. I mean, it's like I don't know how I'd respond to that. I really don't. I'm sorry, but it's like
I didn't go down on my ex one, but I did, then found out afterward, why is she wiping me up? No, because this. Oh, okay, all right. The lights are off. We're
stand up for a second.
Granted, these books hold 60 pages each. So the fact that I'm having to use a bunch of these books to sort all my old diamond darts and all the ones people sent me. Do you realize since all this started a few months ago, between the few that my friends have gotten for me, my husband got for me, and all the ones people have sent me, I've gotten almost 300 new sets.
Yikes.
But remember, your wife thinks I'm going to just drop everything and do hers.
No, the Starry Night, that can wait until you bring it out yourself when you come out and see the zoo. Okay.
It's like, okay, when I can get to the point where I actually start planning a trip to see you guys and I have the funds, then I'll start working on it.
Yeah.
Right?
No hurry. Yeah. By then we might actually be financially stable.
Wow, I didn't know I was going to wait that many years. I mean,
back in 2 in 2 years I can qualify for social. I'm going to start drawing my Social Security, so that's probably the plan.
I'm sorry, I had to take a cheap shot where I could get it. Oh, by the way, the back of this book, Past the Dragons, there's a couple tigers here and then a bunch of wolf ones. Look at this.
Yay. Woof woof.
Wolfies. Fucking look at these things. They're badass. I can't wait to do these. It's badass, right? And the last one. Fucking gorgeous. Look at that.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this shit. This book is about full.
Yeah. Have you ever watched channel Professor of Rock?
Yeah, I think I have seen it.
Yeah, because the little thing about Werewolves of London, he did a whole thing, but also just briefly. That whole song was based on just a joke. I mean, it was like, because I think one of the Warren Zevon movie Werewolf of London.
4, 5, 6.
All right, I gotta take a leak. I'll be right back.
Yeah. They're just riffing. They're just riffing on the piano and Waddy Waddell. And what are you doing? Werewolves of London. And he just lets out a howl.
I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to arrange these when I finish them, because right now I just put them in the orders and sets they were bought in. But I want, when I finish the book, for the size of the images and stuff like that to be part of the final sort. Got a ton of these things. I love them. I think they're beautiful. I think they're amazing. I am so looking forward to a lot of this stuff.
Let me take a look at my email here. Anything interesting?
This said, as much as you see this book full of dragons, I want more dragons. I want to spend months just sitting in my corner doing dragons.
Never have too many dragons.
Love dragons.
Okay, now what's that? Okay.
I don't know. Bob, I don't know.
Yeah.
And these are my journals that are full of poems and stories about dragons only.
By any chance you ever get around to the Dragon Riders of Pern series?
Yes. Those books though are full of dragon poems and stories that I wrote.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Do I have a bit of a thing for dragons?
Yeah.
See, I love this one. It's not a dragon, the wolf, but it won't fit in this book. I need to get an oversized book yet. You look at.
Okay.
It's the wolf in the Dreamcatcher, which I fucking love. With the war bonnet on it, no less.
Yeah.
Yes, I want that done.
Okay.
All right, so.
Damn.
I think you guys are getting a glimpse at how possessive and obsessive I am with my art, aren't you? To be clear, I love doing this stuff. I really, really do. All right, so. The next book is not as full. Yeah, the dragon book's very stuff, isn't it? Just dragons and wolves.
Yeah.
Just dragons and wolves taking up this much book. And the cat's like, don't put stuff on my window seat. I don't care. I don't care. The look I just got. Oh, oh baby. Oh baby. Oh baby. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Oh baby.
I think I need to make another pilgrimage out to Wild High Comics.
So did you see actually though the little cute ones you saw me work on a while ago? Look how they look when finished and all framed up. It's also on the cardstock, so it fits the frame well. It stays upright. It's really neat and pristine in the book. Look at how my style of doing the bead arts looks when it's finished. It's beautiful and pristine, right? Ah, pretty. Oh, pretty. I can get a hold of things. And then the last one, and that's it here. Now I gotta put more stuff in this book. Okay.
All right. Nothing earth shattering the email.
So, I don't know. Am I a little crazy? Yes. Do I have a shit ton of diamond arts? Will I eventually do them all because I love sitting and doing them? Okay, so what goes where in this book? Let's see. That's not for this book. That's for the second one. Okay. All right, this one. No, that's the stained glass for the other book. I want it all sorted and organized in a way that makes a lot of sense and is easy to use, right?
Sigma's doing weird things.
Okay. Wow.
Do I have anything of mine?
Okay, full page. There. These are all full page. And they all go into this. Shadow 5 through 8. That's full page 2. right, so 7 and 13 in those.
Mhm.
4 there for 17. Cold of Rose sets out for the moment. I'm gonna want those in a different spot.
Mhm.
Sometimes as I arrange these, as all the gifts show up, I start tweaking where I decide everything goes.
Mhm.
You know?
Mhm.
But the other reason for putting these in these books like this
Mhm.
is they're all pressed flat by the time I'm ready to pull them out and work on them.
Mhm.
Instead of having to deal with rolls and creases and other crap, you know?
Mhm. Okay. Now. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
I clear this is going to the rerun crowd because I have no audience whatsoever.
Oh.
Not even Iron. He bailed on him. I'm showing a big fat goose egg here. So.
Well, usually I try to have the stream open while I'm on with you, but I've kind of got too much stuff running right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm working hard.
Well,
I wonder what these are a knockoff of, by the way.
Uh-huh.
I can't imagine. Can you?
Tale as old as time.
Hey, I love Belle. She's my spirit animal. She's a nerd who doesn't like anybody around her that much. I mean, let's be honest. Belle is my spirit animal.
Yeah.
So at this moment, I'm just trying to figure out things.
Mm-hmm.
Be logical.
Mm-hmm. For a change.
No, I'm very logical. I'm just also psycho. Get that shit straight. There ain't nothing wrong with my logic.
Yep.
Just my bitch streak. Could be worse. You could be dealing with apparently, the exes of either of you guys. I mean, crazy bitches.
Yeah, there's a few of them back there.
I've heard some stories from some of my other friends.
Do tell.
No, I can't, unfortunately, on air because some of them are people you know.
Mm-hmm. What about me, or is there something else?
Know about some of their psycho exes.
Ah, okay. Pretty sure nobody around here knows my exes. Okay.
No, I'm more worried about people realizing who was dating them and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to put something in private a sec.
Oh, okay.
And it stays in private. Do not repeat it even to him.
All right.
Mm-hmm. What am I doing here? Mum's the word, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me a sec to type it. There you go.
Oh dear.
Ooh.
Yeah. So apparently I surround myself with men who don't know how to not stick their dick in crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he had enough tolerance to deal with crazy and stay around me.
Could be. I don't know.
That's one of those that he told me I whole body went, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, God, no. What the hell? In no part of reality is what you just told me she was trying to and was wanting to do okay. I guess thankfully she admitted it before it happened.
Yeah.
I guess that's the plus side in that whole this ridiculous situation.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of thinking there's not a lot of plus side in that situation. Okay. That's one of those like voodoo women shit.
Yeah.
Girls like that. It's like, hey.
Yeah. Well, we had somebody for a minute that bailed. I don't know what they're expecting. Pop in, hi. And this just seems to just wander from live stream to live stream, not knowing what the hell they're clicking on. You know.
There's so many. There's so many guys I know who have these horror stories, and then I hear these women go, well, men don't understand what it's like with us dealing with crazy guys. It's like, true, but we don't know what it's like with them dealing with you crazy bitches either.
Yeah.
It goes both ways, people.
Another old Carlin thing. It's like, the only thing you need to know about men and women is this: women are crazy, men are stupid. And the reason why women are crazy is because men are stupid.
I tend to think both are crazy myself. But I can at least appreciate the sentiment.
Yeah.
What is wrong with people? What in the actual hell? So it's okay.
Yeah.
The world's crazy, but
yeah. They could go back that line in Northern Exposure when somebody's getting married. I think it was Maggie was marrying somebody, but it's like the guys are out, drinking beer, and Maurice Minute, starts getting a little well. So women are motivated by all this right brain emotional crap. Men are very simple creatures. They're motivated primarily by our stomachs or our penises. Like, yeah. I mean, later on, if they get the women and their little, what are the guys doing? They're dropping cherry bombs in a barrel of water. Watching go, yeah. These are grown men. You think that no, they're still getting a kick out of just taking a firecracker, dumping it, lighting it, throwing a bowl of water.
Men are really good at acting like children. You guys have a knack for it. Please understand that.
Because male puberty is really just doesn't change the mindset at all. Some alteration of the physiology, but that's about it. We just get bigger, hairier, and hornier. That's about the size of it. Other than that,
that's terrible.
Other than that, our mindset doesn't change much from the time we were 10. Okay. I mean, how many model starships do I fucking need? Okay.
I'm always on the lookout for the next electric guitar.
I did a video yesterday with Kermit the Frog, for God's sakes. I've been doing his voice for 55 years. I think I've done his voice longer than Jim Henson did, I think.
Well, we know you're fucked up, so that's not really surprising. Like the thing is that people forget.
Yeah.
We're all messed up.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, let's get that straight.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, when people say, "Oh, well, this gender does this gender does this," it's like, no, we're all screwed up.
Yeah. We're all different levels of weird, you know.
Except for me, I'm perfectly sweet and innocent.
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit! Hey! My ticks don't like me lying.
Mm-hmm.
Penis. That doesn't help me trying to sound innocent.
No, it doesn't.
So, I don't fully understand why people get so obsessed and caught up with certain things.
Mm.
I don't.
Mm. Well, we all need a hobby. I don't know.
That's what sex is for. I mean, I'm a good girl. I'm a good girl. I'm a good girl. I mean, just ask my husband. He calls me a good girl.
You can't be good, can be good at it. Yeah.
Well, my husband calls me a good girl.
Yeah.
That might be a different thing, though.
Yeah, I think maybe it may be a performance and assessment then.
Again, I will remind all the women out there who don't understand why they have trouble getting what they want out of their men.
Mm-hmm.
What is going to work better? Nagging him till he wants to rip your lips off, or showing up at the door naked and giving him a blowjob?
I've read that nagging is like one of the leading causes of divorce.
Yep.
And I'm not going to say that there aren't legitimate cases where the guy's neglectful, doesn't listen, doesn't care, and kind of drags it out of the woman. Yeah. But at that point, nagging is not going to make it better. He's already a pile of shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so
nagging makes you as unappealing as him at that point.
To invoke Brother Sam, it's like, I don't agree with this thing. You shouldn't slap a woman, right? I don't agree with it, I understand it.
I understand it.
But I don't think you shouldn't really, but I know it turns Mr. Hand into Mr. Fist.
Look, I'm just saying that you nag a guy and he's going to zone out, he's not going to listen, and he's not going to give you what you want.
Thank you.
Whereas you give him a good blowjob, you got your hands on his balls and your mouth on his cock, and he's going to give you whatever the hell you want.
Thank you. Like you said, nagging is. And the more you nag, the less he's likely going to do something. He's going to listen.
Still got a memory burned in my November 1983, Houston. Me and my then, it's like,
if you can give him a blowjob that will make him gray out and forget his name, he will give you anything
an out of body experience. Okay, it's like the world ceased to exist. I passed God. Okay,
that's the point when they gray out. They don't know their own fucking name. All they know is what they're feeling here, and that's the point where you could ask for anything. They will find a way to make it happen.
The one problem in that situation is I don't think English was maybe a second or third language at that point.
It doesn't necessarily have to be at that moment. Trust me, even as he's coming down from that, he's in a good mood. You're going to get what you want. You get a lot more flies with honey than vinegar. You get a lot more stuff with blowjobs than nagging. I mean,
that was pretty much useless.
That says the woman surrounded by craft supplies and toys that her husband's gotten her, mind you.
Voice of experience.
Oh, I mean,
yeah.
Hey, we've been married over 18 years and he still comes running in to see me. I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
All right, kids. I think
Like
we're gonna go to. Yeah, I think we're gonna go to bed now.
Like,
It's getting
ladies,
kind
the
of late
one
over
thing
here.
holding you back and getting what you want is your gag reflex. Okay.
Speaking of my husband, one sec.
All right, boys and girls.
Okay.
Boy and girl.
Yep.
I'll see y'all later.
Hasta bye. Yeah.
Hasta luego. Yeah. See ya.
Right.
See you, Rosetta. See you,
Right.
see you, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Have a good night.
All right. Yeah. Oh, she's discussing something with her husband. Now, one thing
Actually, and he was coming in asking, "What do you need for dinner? What would you like tonight, sweetie?" I'm wondering if he overheard the conversation.
Could be, yeah. Promise that something happened. Something that this was in my art supply thing. Because pen holder. One of the things down at Meininger's Art Supply down on Broadway, a little bit south of 6th. I was like, pen shaped like a fish. I'm like, yeah, I'd like that. It's weird. Why it's not in my portfolio, I don't know. So, go back down, dig through that, and find that big black monstrosity. And finish that first fucking issue. Get the thing fully inked and script, lettered out and take it onto Kinko's, scan them all. Because I've come across an app that will let you actually market your own comic book. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, Global Comics is the thing. They also got a web thing. It's like basically Spotify for comics type of thing. You go in there, but they also have a thing where you can upload your own stuff and monetize it. That's something I plan on doing at some point.
I am broke. I am stressed. But I'm happy too because I got lots of projects. Because I love these projects. Okay. They may not be the greatest in the world, but they're good. All right. So,
okay.
This is unfortunately the way things go for me. I work. But yeah, pressing them into these books means that they're sitting pressed flat for months on end while they're waiting to be worked on. Means by the time I pull them out to work on them, they're pressed absolutely flat as a board and going to be the most accurate I can do. That right there makes it worth it, right?
Yeah. I think maybe tomorrow I'll take another swing at the living room. Now they're getting some level of organization involved up there. It's not so much the amount of stuff that's out there; it's just the fact that it's all in a big jumble. I mean, let's separate it out. Okay, books here, DVDs here. Get the medical stuff over there.
Well, if you haven't noticed, I'm actually working while we talk. So
yeah. I also figured this room will be last to be dealt with because, I can get around in here. Nobody else comes in here but me. So I don't figure that's really that crucial. The only thing that's blocked off is a closet. Nothing in the closet I need to worry about. So.
I did decide I'm not going to fully kit up every bead kit I have. I will just label a lot of these, which one they are, and just put them into storage until I get the ones I have kitted up finished, you know?
Yeah.
And not because there's anything wrong with kitting them all up ahead of time. In fact, it probably would take a little less space the way I've been kitting them up with the bags. But that's a lot of time frame. And honestly, I can just do a set every so often and kit it up. The big thing, I just love. Isn't it weird that when I'm doing these and I'm picking the ones I really want to do, I'm switching from between like twisted gothic shit and really cutesy animals?
Yeah, this is important. August 23rd.
Is that weird? A little bit. Well, who knows, right?
I'm thinking if the credit reports go out like first of the month, then I think if I can eke that stupid van out until the 1st of October, then they should update. And then I can finally go and go to the bank. Okay, we're back in good. Give me that $10,000.
Yeah, there's a slight part of me that goes, I don't like when my friends are broke because they can't give me gifts. I know that that's the diva side of me. I know that's the selfish side of me, but she's real, and I'm not going to deny her.
Well, yeah. Let's see if I can pull up Carfax here. Whoops.
I mean, come on. What woman doesn't at least deep down want to be spoiled a little bit?
Well, yeah.
Especially when they've been through the kind of shit I have.
Oh, darn it. Someone already bought this one.
You know?
Yeah.
Because doing all this craft and cutesy stuff, it does soothe me. And if you've noticed, when I'm beating and I'm hyper focused, I don't tick as much. There is something to focusing intently can actually help calm down the neurons so you don't go as much.
Yeah.
Why is it I mention it and my tongue goes off like it's cued?
I don't know.
Because it wants attention. My ticks when you're talking about me?
Let's see.
I'm also kind of known, even though I'm usually a bit of a grammar, you know.
Yeah.
When I'm naming things, I will sometimes intentionally misspell it just to make it a more unique name.
Yeah. Yeah, here's the ones I'm following on Carfax right now. So far, only like 6 or 7 of them are still there again. But right now, a good leading candidate is this sucker here. The 2013, I would really like a silver one because I would really carry that Bond thing a bit.
See, and me, I hate all the silver, gray, white, black cars because they're also everyone now.
Well, yeah, but because the thing is,
but that's me.
Like car drivers, when they're doing an evaluation when the thing first came out, no, they did not steal the look from Aston Martin. They paid good money when Ford owned Aston Martin. So, where's that picture of the face of this bad thing? There we go. Look at that bad boy.
See, I don't like Ford, so you're on your own.
I grew up with kind of a southern thing, brand loyalty. It's like, no, man, this van has really turned me off Mopar. That's for damn sure.
I trust all the mechanics and mechanical engineers in the family who say don't touch Ford after 70. Because I know what their expertise level is.
Yeah.
These are the guys who would have kicked my ass if I would have bought certain brands of these small eco cars because a lot of them aren't very safe. They were all proud of me because I did the research and I got the one that had a better frame and more safety and all that. They're going, good girl. It's like, yeah.
Hold on.
There's a lot of nerds in my family. Holy crap.
There we go.
My family's got a lot of nerds.
Oh, that was. Where is
I don't know how that would happen. Do you?
Where are I? This is almost within walking distance. Damn.
Penis.
Academy order list here. Got there. That's not bad. It's starting to get up there, but I don't get much beyond 7,000.
Gee, I wonder which cat shed hairs in here that are both black and white on the same hair. I wonder which cat shed long black and white hairs on my stuff. I'm poking her and she's just looking at me like, what, bitch?
Where is this dealership? Okay, it's just a little bit, about 10 blocks east of Wadsworth. And again, this stupid van I got, it's like the trade-in value is only like $100, so no point even bother with it. I can have a black one. Also, it's fewer miles than the Almero one. No, I've test-driven Fusions. When I was working on the Orlando airport, drove a few of them back and forth around there. This car is like it was made for me. The seats fit me like a freaking glove. Yeah.
That's the other thing. I have never found a Ford or Chevy that didn't hurt my back. Ever.
Yeah. You know, this stupid van, it's like I do any kind of long drive, it's like that's it, I'm done. Because it just does a number on me. And the fact that it's now trying various ways to try and blow up on me. Because they're having a discussion with, kid sis, I know you like your minivan. That no, I don't. I'm trying to get rid of this damn thing. Yeah,
I don't know if I'll ever understand that woman.
No. She doesn't understand herself half the time. But yeah, as of September 3rd, this thing was transferred to their little fresh start program. So it's the other thing saying it's now important and good standing. Well, the report doesn't go out until because the last report Credit Karma says was August 23rd. So I got to eke this thing out until apparently. Well, actually, any day now. So this report you got. Okay, now your credit rating's back up in the 700s. Fine.
I mean, we've got the credit rating. We just have no freaking money.
Yeah, well, that's why I go to the bank to get the money.
Yeah, well, I don't feel like doing that anymore. We've already gone through enough financial crap.
Yeah.
And with his income, we shouldn't have to keep going through it just to keep me afloat with my medical.
Yeah.
And no, it's not because of the art stuff. I spend less on my art
No.
supplies than most people do on everyday hobbies.
Yeah. No, this is a matter of that stupid van. Is that the mileage sucks. The insurance is insane. Because it's not a classic car, it's just an old car that they don't make parts for anymore, and it's not collectible enough to make parts for it. So, and the transmission's going weird, and the transmission work would cost more than the fucking car is worth. So, why not just keep it running long enough to get the thing? Okay, get a signature loan for $10,000, I figured, and then get to one of these things, plop down the Visa card, boom, it's a cash purchase. That way, the insurance will be dirt cheap. And then probably want to call these, WeBuyAnyCars.com thing or other, and just, want a van?
Most of those things will pay you like $50 for a lot of the
That's,
Ginger
I
trials.
don't care. It's a case of get rid of the goddamn thing at this point. Because again, the trading value is $100. So like, what's the fucking point?
Yeah, the biggest thing is like you will get like almost nothing for that. The biggest deal is it's a free way to get them to get rid of it for you.
Mm-hmm. I'll just go through, clean it out, what I need to get out of it. It's like there's nothing with a van. It's like they're throwing shit back there. Like the back area is relatively straightened out. The front, but the middle area with the steering is just old papers, Coke cans, a lot of receipts.
This people is called organizing your chaos. Have a lot of shit, have a lot of chaos, but try to keep it organized as much as you can. This may be cluttered as fuck here, but it's actually organized.
As long as it's a system that it's not, it's not chaos.
It's the best I can do because there's so much stuff I do that has completely different systems and needs.
Yeah.
It's not going to be perfect.
But like otherwise, the only Aston Martin I'm ever going to have is this sucker right here. Got a few of these bad boys. A couple of black ones, one red one. Here we go. Lovely little DB5. Yeah. And then a couple of DB9s and one DB11. For some reason, I got a couple of Lamborghini Countach Hot Wheels. Why did we get these? I don't like Lamborghinis that much. I'm more a Ferrari guy.
The image I saw on some of the what the fuck photos earlier on one of the videos I was watching.
Yeah, here's one of these. This is the Vantage.
They obviously lost balance of the car when they had it up on the jack. It shot it sideways. It ran the pipe system for the jack through the door and then through the back of the frame. And it was a fucking brand new Ferrari. And I'm just sitting there looking going, that's an expensive fucking mistake.
That's a crime. That's a war crime.
I was sitting there going, that's an expensive fucking mistake. That's you guys are fucked as a shop, right?
V8 Vantage, yeah.
That's what they're going, and I guarantee you someone lost his job for that shit.
Oh, yeah.
And that is a completely justified firing.
Yeah. No, one of the better finds, I think, was up around Broomfield. Silterhar, they can usually Silterhar Ford. But over there, they also have a Ferrari dealer, not Ferrari, but a Jaguar and Aston Martin dealership kind of back in a little bit. They're the only times I'm able to see a large number of Aston Martins and Jags in the wild. Like, there we go. Oh,
And then you act like a big baby going,
yeah, just about. Yeah, they're afraid to even touch the thing. There was one Mini. This had to be a trade-in. Okay, or somebody who works here. But this is a place you got to put down like $1,000 deposit for a test drive. And there's a waiting list.
Gee, I wonder if it says from Gnome, who sent it to me?
Hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
I wonder who's a gnome. Again, I told him I like bootleg stuff from the old Disney stuff because I love the artwork and the old princess stuff, but I hate giving them money. So you went and found like fan arts where they're more high scale and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's very nice, right?
Yeah. Ah. Didn't even notice this was there.
Okay. And I think you've noticed at this point that I'm kind of working a lot while we talk.
Yeah.
But remember, I'm just lazy, right?
Yeah, yeah. Just sit around.
That's why I
eating
wait.
bonbons.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm working so hard on all this stuff while I'm pedaling my ass off, right?
Yeah.
Do people not notice I'm vibrating half the time to do it? Do you think I'm sitting here playing with sex toys all the time? I assure you that's not the case. I'd be in a better mood. I mean,
yeah. No, I just pulled a little cap gun here, and this was in the bottom. Oh, look.
I think that's a good addition, a good rendition of Rapunzel and Tangled.
Yeah.
As a high art.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, little 3 strings of caps. I'm not even sure they make these anymore. The fucking whiny PTA bitches.
Some people just naturally have no weight issues, you know?
Yeah.
I learned I don't care what people think. I'm going to live longer if I don't starve my organs. So fuck their fifis. That doesn't mean that I have an easy time doing that because, mind you, I still have the old anorexic mindset. I don't want to eat most of the time. But my husband always comes in here and starts pointing out to me that I have to eat. And why you do it sometimes when suddenly I'm low blood sugar or I haven't eaten all day.
Yeah. Snickers bar, stat, get that blood sugar up. Now, one thing, if I can, at some point, I have a full Wolverine costume buried in storage in a bag. Actually, all kind of stuffed into the mask.
Hey, shorty to shorty. I mean,
hey, exactly. One thing, the decent cosplays, you got to be. It helps if you're physically similar to the character you're playing.
Speaking of something you mentioned earlier,
got the claws ready to go. So
1 sec, turn the camera off as soon as you see this.
Oh, Belle.
Oh, Belle, Belle. 1 sec. Let me write this one down, honey, and then I promise I'll eat.
No, just great little costume shop on Colfax called Disguises.
I'm working.
Pick these up. Pick these suckers up for about $5 each, or $5 a piece.
Okay. Now this is where I come off a little spoiled, right?
Yeah.
My husband brings in a fancy Cracker Crust pizza he made. And I'm sprinkling truffle powder on it with the Parmesan.
Oh, okay.
Because I love truffle powder. And I put it on almost everything of mine. I don't know. What does that say about me?
I'm not going to say it.
Oh, no, say it.
No, I'm thinking, something of a snobbish type thing. I don't know. Whoops. Okay.
The funny thing is, I'm really not. I just...
No.
There happens to be some snobbish foods I really do like. And I will keep my eyes open until I find a good deal for them, and I will get them on occasion.
I was working on this model that I'm going to be turned into my version of the Discovery. Probably something completely unheard of in the history of this model kit. Yeah, the nacelle kind of came loose, but it did not break this. This is almost unheard of. Because this part of the thing is infamous for breaking off. And then, no repair works well. I've got a few other that have gone. But for some reason, it did not glue the little tab that slips in this thing. It just slipped it in just straight. And because of that, I can actually salvage this model with a very little, downtime. But I suspect in the history of this model kit, this is probably the first time this has happened, and it hasn't been a catastrophic failure. The other nacelle is still very secure. It ain't going anywhere.
You're not getting my food, Ornery. Back off, you spoiled shit.
I need to paint that section in there.
It's like, but I see food.
Need to glue that a little better. I think for those windows, I'm going to have to bring this light over here so I can see what the
If putting truffle powder on steaks and chicken and pizza and every other food imaginable is wrong, I don't want to be right.
Then there's this bad boy. This is one of those cases of I don't want to blame a decent design because it's in a bad production. I think what Eves did is a very nice looking ship. In fact, this was his proposal for the NX-01 back in the day. And Burns said, no, it looks too much like Kirk's ship. Let's give it to Drexel, see what he can come up with. And then he got the NX-01, we know.
Well,
but they dusted this thing off, and now this is Pike's Enterprise. Like, not. In my little headcanon, I'm declaring this the Yorktown class, immediate successor to the NX class.
I was starting to say I would think you'd want them to look a bit like the ships that are supposed to be in the same era.
Well, again, ideally, again, as far as they need to improve it, it looks stupid. No, it doesn't. Did you see In a Mirror Darkly? That ship looked fantastic. Okay. True to respect. Again, it should. If they're going to bring in the Enterprise, they need to bring out that one. If they're going to be consistent, if they change it, no. It doesn't matter what genre you're talking about. If there's a canon, you're either compliant with the canon or you're non-canon. You don't get to rewrite the canon. That is set. But the Rings of Power. They're not consistent with Tolkien. They're not canon. Sorry. The fact that they also stink on ice doesn't they help things. But
so do you want to wrap the stream up and just hang out and share some videos?
Might as well. We've been talking to nobody for the past couple hours almost. So if you stuck with this long on the rerun thing, I hope you enjoyed the background noise. That's all been worth. So talk at you later, kids.